thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight with honor. Because cowards die forgotten and we make the world. On the other side.
It's not a matter of if. When will you pass this through?
Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Yuri. Happy birthday to you. I forgot your gift. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. What the hell is all of this? This is crazy.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Yuri. And welcome to
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Chad. We didn't see you there.
What's up, guys?
Thank you. After these messages, we'll open all these gifts.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Shadows of Archonia 2, our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. My name is Steve Bashir, and I'll be your game master for this evening.
I'm Alan. I'll be playing Eddie Bones, who's stuttering tonight.
Hello, I am Yuri. I am playing Captain Sally One-Eye, I got a lot of loot.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You should say Sally One-Eye, the Two-Eyed Admiral.
That's gold. I love that.
By the way, that one you're holding is last. You have to open it last.
Yeah. It's the special one.
It's your Harry Potter one.
Does it like pop up and scare you?
Yeah, it's a bomb.
Yeah.
That's why it lasts.
Hello, everybody. I'm Max. I am playing Eric Agier, or Lorian, or AKA Annenbeck III.
You done?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry.
80
So many
titles.
names.
I'm Matt, and I'm playing Asarius True Fate. What is this guy doing here? We don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
Hey,
You might want to remember.
Well, actually, hold on. We have Ilnir.
No.
Oh wait, yeah. You know what? I
We got Ilnir.
got the wrong name tag up.
You.
Isn't Ilnir Brown?
He's the opposite of what you see before you. So
like a black fox.
You
He's a black
know,
fox.
Sally needs someone to sleep with.
So
Yen.
listen.
I gave you Heron.
Yeah, Heron came and went.
He was too shiny.
Misery says happy birthday.
Thank you, Misery.
Sounds
Thank
good here,
you
too.
for the sound check, Misery.
Yeah.
You are?
I said it all already.
Did you? We were all talking so
Oh,
much.
yeah. I'm Matt again.
Back from the start. No.
All right. Dude, open them.
Open
Let's
up.
see what,
Oh.
let's see what you
Open
got.
up.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, we're doing this on stream.
We were going to do it in the
Absolutely.
pregame, but somebody was caught in a fire or something.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
I got her some thrones for dice.
We got a
Yeah.
throne of shame and a throne of winning.
Yeah, a throne of shame and a throne of glory.
I love it.
I
I
like
got
that.
new dice. We'll open
Yeah.
this up today.
Hopefully those. will
We'll
be
just keep
better.
buying you
Oh,
dice until
is it-
something works.
Yeah, that's
feel
the
like we need to
crown,
open all
and
the
that's
dice I got you
the
before.
dunce hat for the shame.
Yeah.
Oh, down tap for it?
Yeah, because it's
Hold on, let me
timeout.
get the...
What did it look?
I think my loop deck isn't working right, so let me Where's my cursor?
So when she gets a bad dice, you can put the hat on it. And it's the dunce.
I love it.
That's-
Thank you, Alan.
Pretty
You're
funny.
welcome.
I have a feeling we're gonna see the dunce hat a lot more often than the credit.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I think we're gonna have
Boom, there it is.
Some
these
Sees candy.
some seas candy.
for the chocolate lover and all of us.
These can't.
Let's see these candies, lady. Ooh, what is these? Are these like pinafores?
Yeah, these are the
Ooh.
those were special what do you call it? Easter ones.
I like
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Are they
Easter
like
ones.
very cute?
Springtime truffles. Oh.
Oh, I like this. Thank you for the card. To the best, Captain Sally One Eye. Happy birthday from the entire crew of the Wayfarer. ×2 from Eddie Bones. Yeah, it would be.
Canonically, it's your birthday in game as well.
And hopefully
Absolutely
this
it
will
is.
help you roll high.
Oh, okay.
It-
I need all the help I can get.
Is it like a cheating device?
It is a cheating device. It's a tower. A dice
With more
tower.
dice. I love it.
You need all
Now-
the dice.
now-
I need all the help.
Now if she rolls low, she can blame the tower.
There we
Okay,
go.
I'm gonna set this up and we're gonna use it tonight because we'll see how we'll roll tonight.
And I also got some more sample chocolate for you guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
Well,
that's for us.
should I open the card now or later?
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing special in the card.
No, what-
Except
what-
for our love.
Yeah, except for
Wait,
Our love.
Excuse
I left
you.
a little something special.
Excuse
there.
you. I wrote something heartfelt.
All right, I wrote something heartfelt too.
You let me know which one's more heartfelt.
Speaking of
Show no.
Rakshasa,
yeah, the Rakshasa, yeah.
She'll know.
so
Wait, read that
for-
loud.
oh, okay, this is Yuri. Oh, Captain, my Captain. To hell and back will I follow, to death and magical resurrection. May the dice find favor and roll 20s this year. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's perfect. And then,
Sound like AI.
Excuse you.
and then
This is
happy
just my
birthday.
wording.
Wouldn't TTRPG with anyone else. You are the best. And then happiest of birthdays. And then Steve, of course. Biggest writing.
he just wrote Steve.
Yes, he was
How do you
here.
sign your name?
Well, I don't know. I was under pressure.
And then you have one gift from me, and I stupidly forgot it at my place when I was.
Even though there was a ton of like bumps in the way to make sure you didn't forget it.
There was a ton of bumps.
but the last bump didn't work.
In short, I was stupid.
We're,
Oh,
That is the Dark
Wow.
Crystal TTRPG book.
okay, I guess I'm going to have to
Wait, they have a TTRPG for it?
DM sometime.
I must inform you that
True.
I cannot provide the PDF. I bought it solely as a physical copy.
I do like physical copies.
That's incredible.
That looks cool.
Do.
so that's different from the Willow, right? I mean, not Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, yeah, Labyrinth's up here. I got that for myself.
For all you Jim Henson fans, you guys would know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The one that caused me to be a blue glitter fairy.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure you gave me that bag.
You know, it does look kind of familiar now that I think about it.
You weren't supposed to tell her.
Hey, reuse,
Karma.
reduce, recycle.
I just wanted to get it out of the way in case she already knew it.
Also, another.
my
Oh my goodness. I am so blessed.
That's huge. What is that?
That's BTC.
This is the game that I've been wanting to play.
See, that's what she wanted to play for this campaign.
Yeah.
She's the
Yeah.
only one that voted for it when everyone else.
I
voted
was.
for it.
I was the odd one out.
Yeah.
Now you gotta get all the
Probably
dice.
didn't protest more.
To be fair, I said whatever. It doesn't matter. It's cool with me.
I believe you. I don't remember that, but I believe you.
Hold on. Actually, I'm not bubble wrap. Actually, I can't do it. I like to pop bubble wrap.
We know. Everyone knows.
All right.
And now the main loot.
The main loot.
If you don't
The
figure this out in
lootiest of
time,
loot.
we will die. I just want you to
Yeah.
know.
It is on a timer.
It's okay. I will roll.
Sarah tied the
high.
ribbon.
That's a beautiful ribbon.
It's very nice.
I came to her because I knew better than to try myself.
You know, delegation at its finest. No way.
What? Show us.
All right, camera.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have it set up.
It's
You
okay.
gotta show it, but
You just shoot Max.
Oh my
Whoa!
gosh.
Oh my goodness!
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That is
You know I'm
very
going
nice.
to Ren Fair in a few weeks.
Well, I guess
can-
we know your costume.
You can
I
go
think
selling.
I know I'm going to be.
So it is a non-firing replica. Obviously, I didn't get you a real gun,
Oh darn!
but you can cock it and pull the trigger, and it'll go
Yeah.
off.
That's beautiful stuff.
One of us.
Do I know how to? I was like, do I know anything about like weapons?
She has to read the
Somebody help her.
instructions.
Do you have to do the little thing?
So you have to do the pin
Yeah,
first.
The
I
pin
think Matt's
first.
the only one.
And this is the safety.
Safety. That's right.
Oh.
I don't know if I cocked it far enough, but
I'm shooting off screen.
Don't shoot the
Oh,
computer.
damn. There goes the stream station.
All
Sorry.
right.
My leg.
All right. Everyone, thank you so very much.
Happy birthday,
you,
Yuri.
Yuri.
We love you.
Thank
So get your dice soon.
Yeah. So originally there was like one gift that we all went in on, and then it just grew.
Yeah, loot, it's like loot, all the loot.
You have been doing such a phenomenal job with
The
gifting
treats.
us during our birthdays, so we wanted to.
gifting us like every day.
Every
No,
week.
every-
Like,
yeah.
Showing up with food.
Yeah.
So we hope you feel loved and you have a wonderful year.
You
Well,
brought
this-
presents for my boys on Christmas and stuff.
That was so sweet.
Well, this is the highlight of my week, actually. I could have a shit week, and then this would be
Aw.
like.
Well,
we
we're
should-
happy to have you.
We gotta do better, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
We gotta do you. Next week,
Yeah,
we
it's like
go
a-
back.
but-
We'll do pizza again.
Everyone gets to level up.
Actually, I think Alan takes a prize too for the vegan pizza.
Yeah, I brought
Oh,
the
yeah.
I brought the
Yes.
vegan pizza
Yo,
just for Matt.
I'm
You guys
excited.
realize that she just gave Alan the prize for something he did for Matt, not even for herself? This is the kind of person Yuri is.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't win.
That's right. I'm better than all of you.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right.
All right, now we gotta just talk to a god.
Yeah, forget about all that shit. Let's get into it.
Are you sure you're not gonna try
recap.
to make it out with him or something?
What? Me?
Make out with him. You're the one with all that history.
Yeah.
All right, where's the icy one? How about that? Boom. That's too dark.
How about that?
That's about the same. Whatever.
Excuse me.
All right. So I'm gonna change this music to something different than it is.
I love this.
So you put this one right here.
You know what?
Great vibe.
Thanks. This has actually been our default one though. I'm gonna go to something even different than this.
And then you just put this right here.
Because we are not opening up. Oh, sorry, we're building a dice tower over here.
Yeah, you know,
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
not going to blame myself for bad rolls anymore. It's going to go on the tower.
Absolutely.
And-
That's the correct action. We are gonna go to.
Here, try
Can
it.
you get like 3 of them and stack them on top of each other if you take off the top half, and then it just rolls for like 6 hours?
It's an 18.
Yeah.
Oh.
It works. It
First
works.
roll was good.
All right.
It's only downhill.
We are leaving
Okay.
our scene.
All right.
We left off with you guys in the crater on the planet Jaquish Reynard. By the way, I put the map in the Discord for anyone who didn't see it. You can download it and look at it yourself if you want. You're on Jaquish Reynard. You're in the crater. You're under Sally One Eye's protection from her March Without End writ.
Right.
And you guys are now looking at the Omnium Bindstone containing Anari, the god of technology. And they looked out at Asarius and said, "Oh, it's you." And you ended with something along the lines of, "We need your help." I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to, but we need your help. Something along those lines. I forget the
Yeah,
exact
that's what I feel like
Yeah,
anyway.
I watched it earlier, but I didn't write it down.
All right.
It was something along the lines of like, "Fuck you, but we need your help."
Does you respond to it?
Well, we're putting a pause on it,
Oh, we're cutting.
Oh.
and we are going more than 2 million years.
Oh.
Back in time.
Way back.
Oh,
Ooh.
Back in time.
Second age shenanigans.
sorry guys, that's my bad.
No, it isn't.
Which did you part?
Astarius, how old do you think you were before, when everything was kind of okay? The
like
last time everything was kind of.
last time everything was okay was probably close to 13. Young.
That's about what I was thinking as well. So we open our scene in the second age of Archonia, the height, the pinnacle of the empire of Archonia, galaxy spanning, magic wielding, tech level 5 plus. It would be higher than 5 if there was a scale higher than 5. It is the farthest that humanoid civilization has ever reached. A utopia that at this point has already lasted for 1,000,000 years under the rule mainly of the Archons and the Elves. We see young Asarius, the blue-skinned tiefling, in the back of a vehicle, speeding through the upper atmosphere of the planet Archonia. Your father is driving the car. Your mother sits in the passenger seat. Do you have any siblings? Then you're in the back alone. But you are glued to the tablet in your hand. It is a non-physical tablet, an Arcanotech hologram, so that for one thing it is weightless, and for another thing you can't lose it.
Thank God.
Yeah. Or break it.
Rain son, please. Put it away.
You're glued to it because you are watching the countdown to the release of the world of Evergreen. A world wherein people can join mentally, and this is not new technology, by the way. The gist of it is not new. This idea that you can fully enter into a virtual world with your mind and play games there. So normally what people do is they play games, or they might have a second life, or it might even be used for simple communication, to have a virtual house that's next door to someone that's actually very far from you. This is very common. But Evergreen is a different type of system. It is one that has been advertised to a different purpose. You can move in there and stay. This is something that has been, in the world of the Second Age, there are wizards able to cast spells more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And these are often the same people as the inventors who can create technology beyond anything you'd ever dream of. And this is normal. You can fly through a portal in your little flying car on Archonia and end up on a planet on the other side of the galaxy. It's normal. It happens every day, 100 times. So another thing that is normal is congress with the gods among mortals. And the corporation that is marketing Evergreen is the cult of Anari. Why do you think young 13-year-old Asarius might be excited at the launch of Evergreen?
Well, first of all, the graphics are amazing. The most realistic detail. Like, you could go look at a blade of grass and it's actually there. And it's fantastic. Also, all my friends are going to be in there. We're going to get a house together, start our own business, make some digital currency, maybe sell it for real money in real life, but also just kind of like...
Cryptos are legal in the Utopia.
Like video game currency, and then sell it for real money.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Real Steve crept in for a second.
13-year-old me just trying to think of like how to convince my parents that gaming can actually be worthwhile, because I can make money, but realistically...
turns around. Are you winning, son?
Well, it's not even out yet, Dad. It's coming out.
Oh, sorry.
In reality, I'm super stoked to just hang out with my friends and go on adventures that remarkably can't happen in this super high-tech world where everything is fixed. Like, there's no problems. So we go into these VR games to experience problems
Right.
and conflict and fighting dragons and things like that.
And another problem that it solves for you is that not all of your friends live locally. And if you're an adult in this world, that's not a problem. But if you're a kid, you need your parents' permission to go to another planet.
Yeah.
And so to be an evergreen with all of your friends and family, many of whom probably are cousins of yours, extended relations.
Yeah.
I feel like a good friend of yours, Jareth, has organized like a group of 50 of you that are going to live in a neighborhood together.
Mm-hmm.
And Jareth is a gatherer.
We play a lot of games
That's
together.
the type of person he is.
Yeah.
He's also a distant relation of yours.
Yeah.
And most of the people that he's gathered for this neighborhood are tiefling.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, he's one of my closest friends that I have not met, but we've been gaming forever together, so
Right.
he's like my brother.
And the odd thing is that in this world, it's almost the same as if you had met him, because it's not like our real world where we get on a video call with someone and that's the closest we can get.
Mhm.
In this, you can go into virtual realities and meet someone. Of course, you don't know if their avatar looks anything like them in real life. You don't know that, but there are some systems where like you're required to look like your real self. So yeah, you know what Jareth looks like. It's as though you've met him.
Yeah.
And you know, racism is not really a thing in this world. You know, all of the different races of Archonia live in complete harmony. However, pride in your heritage is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jareth gathering all these tieflings together to form a tiefling community, nobody's like upset about that. People are like, yeah, that's cool. You guys should do that.
Yeah. And a lot of them are relatives. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not exclusive. There's just some other people that are invited. Sure.
Cat girls, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta get those avatars.
Yeah.
You haven't told your mom about the cat girls. And so you're in the call right now, so you're not able to join up right away.
No.
But it's counting down.
Dad, hurry! I'm gonna miss launch.
We'll be there in a few minutes. Launch is in 14 seconds.
Can you not use like some teleporting or something?
There are traffic laws, son.
I know, but this is important.
Is it important? Listen, it's literally a matter of seconds. It's just hold your horses.
Okay.
Horses are these little animals. They live on the ground. Don't worry about it.
Dude, I know. I've ridden one.
Not in real life, you haven't.
No, but it's practically real life.
I canceled the subscription to that horse game.
Equestria.
Equestria.
Pornographic.
The existence of Equestria, the video game,
Did
is
you
now
say
canon to our-
phonographic?
Pony graphic.
Pony graphic. All right. As you are watching the countdown, 7, 6, the numbers on your screen are changing colors. The whole world is counting down to this launch. You have 50 acquaintances that are going to join in one neighborhood, but this thing is, the virtual world is the size of several planets, and millions of people are going to join this thing. And you're watching this countdown. 5, 4. The numbers are getting redder as it gets closer to 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Your tablet shuts off. Great timing on the siren outside.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably shouldn't close
There's
the
a siren going off right now.
Like we said, Los Angeles.
door. The fire from the freeway came all the way over here.
Yeah. Your tablet shuts off.
What? How?
You're not sure. The actual physical control device is
Yeah.
a button on your collar, on your cuff.
Yeah. Dad, it's not working.
You probably forgot to charge it.
It's supposed to last for like days.
Yeah. Also, like your dad is a generation older than you. Where he comes from, you charge your devices by putting them outside in the sun. but you know that this device charges just from ambient magical energy, so there's no reason why you should have to charge it.
Charges itself.
Yeah.
Dad, quick, go fly by some magicians or something.
By the time your father reaches your house, which is fully a Jetsons house in the sky, by the time your father reaches your house, the news is playing the same story on every channel. Millions of people just logged in to Evergreen and died.
Dang.
Whoa.
Oh.
We will now cut back
Oh.
to the planet Jaquish Renard, where all of you stand in a crater, looking at this omnium bindstone holding the god Anari.
I think you could see that memory playing in my eyes. Like,
Yeah.
Is the Nari out?
No,
Or
he's
are
not.
they still-
You haven't released them yet.
Yeah.
Reminder, this planet is so cold that the air is liquid. So you guys are safe because of Sally One Eye's ability. But if you release Anari here, they're
Yeah.
going to die.
I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I think we agreed to wait until we got back.
Yeah.
We
To
paid.
At least inside
shuttle.
the ship.
Yeah. So
And how are they doing?
Are they alive in there?
yes, they're fine. Put them in a bag.
okay.
No.
Eddie picks it up. He doesn't see anything, right?
No, you can't see anything but
Like-
a crystal ball,
All right.
basically.
Put it in the bag. Let's get in the ship.
But aren't we going to?
Oh, is it one of those balls that you shake it, it'll give you the answer
No.
to something?
Yeah,
No.
shake it a lot.
You know, Lucinda. No, she uses cards mainly, but she
Sally,
told me.
you've seen so many of these at this
Yeah.
point in the story.
And I fall for it every single time.
Teacher was able to talk to the person inside. Is maybe I can do the same.
Don't you want to do it in the ship
Oh,
though?
that's right. You haven't actually told them that you just did that. They don't know that you spoke with Anari just now.
Oh. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a conversation in the ship
About what?
about that. You can talk to them.
No.
When we release him, you can all talk to him.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Them.
Them.
That-
I'm gonna try not to be annoying about the corrections. I've been doing it too, but
Mhm.
it is a they them character.
Do we notice anything off with Asarius?
I feel like Asarius has been up since.
Well,
ever since.
I mean,
yeah.
we're still getting used to his new form, his original form.
I'm standing right here, guys. Are you talking about me like right
It's like, how do you feel, by the way?
tall?
Good.
I feel like
no, wait. How tall are you exactly?
like 7 something.
Dang. So I'm only 6'6", I think.
You know when you're
All right.
going
Are we
really.
really going to take out measurements right now?
Yes.
Yes.
No, he was just
Well,
talking about.
we
his penis.
didn't need to because he was naked and he was a lot taller.
Are you
than
wearing
us.
clothes right now?
Yeah.
Are you hitting on him right
I
now?
got hair clothes.
No, of course not. It's a bad idea to mix crew with.
Pleasure.
But yeah.
Let's talk about Heron then.
Is that why you kicked Heron off the ship?
Yeah.
There. Okay.
But if I meet him again in a different port,
Grace isn't part of the crew.
I was gonna
yet.
say, well, what about
Grace is not part of the crew yet.
Well, you're not the captain. That's the thing.
Well, the thing is, she has to sign the charter, but she hasn't done it. Well, anyway, let's just get back in the ship.
Yes.
And
by
so-
the way, can you turn back into a furry creature anytime you want, or is it just
Well, we
one
got
a one and
Ilnir.
done?
I point to my the black fox. We got Ilnir.
You got me, boss.
Oh no. Kind of. Talk to it.
You got me, boss.
you can't replace.
See, it's nice.
I'm nice.
We all know you miss the fox, but you can't replace him like that.
The short answer is no. I don't have any spells that can change me back into anything.
I did not replace Asarius, by the way. I was
Substituting.
I was lonely, and I needed a way to speak to Asarius in a way that reminded me of him, and Ilnir was the thing that came to mind.
What is Ilnir backwards again?
Renly.
And
You don't sleep with this thing, do you?
No, it sleeps by my feet. My feet get cold. My feet get really, really cold at night.
that's
Let's
what,
get back to the ship.
that's what socks- that's what woolen socks are for, my friend.
I forgot how cold being non-furry is.
Maybe Renly can come back as a fox.
I'll talk to him about it. It would be up to him.
Are you the only one of your kind, Asarius? Are there more like you?
I haven't seen any. No offense.
I'm almost certain I'm the only one of my kind.
Oh, what a pity.
I have not seen in the millions of years.
Well, that means we gotta start getting to work, right?
Oh.
What does that mean?
That means you gotta continue the legacy
I think we should save the legacy first.
of the entire universe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So if we get back in the ship, do we want to wait till we get all the way back, or do we want to just release them in the ship?
Let's do it on the ship.
Let's walk back.
The only one who can release him is Asarius.
Yeah.
Actually, as we're walking back, I'm gonna lag back with you a little bit. I thought I could do this. I'm having a hard time wanting to release Inari.
That's fair. Have you ever wondered what life would be if everything was just normal for all of us? Like, all this adventuring, as cool as it is, I mean, we're all on another fucking planet, that's crazy. But just like, I don't know, calmness, stillness, anything that's not just every single day possibly dying or finding out that one of us is a god.
It's very nice for a couple 100,000 years, yes.
That's fair.
Then it gets old.
Wow. Alright. Okay.
When I was in the wilderness.
No, I get it. It's really weird just looking up at you.
Sorry, would it be better if I crouched down?
No, it's fine. You're fine.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna poke someone's eye with these horns. I'm not used to them at all. Did you see me hit my head in the hallway?
I was pretending not to look, but
Don't.
it was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's gonna happen more than once.
It's good to see you in your natural form, by the way.
I'll bet it is.
You're welcome.
It's hard not to want to just get down on all fours and go really fast.
I don't understand that, but back to your original query. Why?
Well, I mentioned earlier, Inari is the reason that all of this happened. Everything.
You were the one. Everything.
Well, he was the catalyst for my journey.
How were they the catalyst?
They. I don't know how much time we have to go into detail about it all.
They're the god of technology.
Yeah. So in my time, technology was everywhere. Everything was all through technology.
I've lived a couple lifetimes, I understand.
Great. And there was some abuse that a god made a choice and took the lives of many people dear to me, and a lot of people from my race, even.
Hence the reason why all of this began.
I'm weirdly saying it for myself. I need the freedom to choose how and when I die, not some god's whim.
And that's completely fair. I mean, I hope you know that I do fall under that same philosophy. All that to say, sorry, a little selfishly, was I ever like that? Do you know?
I didn't know you very well at all before.
That's fair.
I knew
Well,
of
I'm
you.
glad-
I knew of you. But
Glad to know you now.
yeah. You're doing
Sorry,
all right.
I just wanted to know how I was.
Well, okay, so
Yes.
you're doing fine. I'm glad I was able to be in your life early on. I feel like it helped me more than anything. But I don't know if I can release him after what he's done.
Well,
What they've done.
what did they do? I mean, we need their expertise to figure out this whole destiny thing.
Yeah, I know. And I've been this entire trip, I've just been going through my mind every memory, every possibility of a way to resolve this without their help.
Okay, so maybe just in a further, interrogation of their personage, see if they've changed at all, make some, hard boundaries, set some hard boundaries on how things are said to be. Ooh, maybe mention me. I don't know if they've met me or befriended me before. Maybe that will help.
I think you should take the front line on talking to them.
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
God to God, I guess.
You trust me enough to do this?
If I get too close to them and talk to them, it
Anger.
may not be with words.
Noted. I do see you. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I do see you falling back on some of your tendencies.
No, because I'm not trying to kill gods again, at least.
Well, I mean, that's good to hear.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Hmm.
Inari is the only god that has personally wronged me. Well, before I started on this journey.
Sure, of course. If things... Well, I ask only because I want to, I guess, in light of creating boundaries and ensuring that the whole group is safe. If things end up getting bad, either between you or me, can we, I don't know, call each other out like we did earlier?
I would expect no less.
Okay. I don't think we've said that out loud.
No, you're right.
So I just want to make sure that we're on the same page
I
with that.
don't think we get a lot of opportunities to sit and talk like this anymore.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Every single day it's a new thing. But I'm glad to hear that. I love you. I do. And I wish the best for you, and I know it's a fucked up situation, but I'm with you.
Alright. Well, I think we have a plan then.
Beautiful.
I'll let them out, and you should be the negotiator.
Absolutely. As we're walking and as this conversation's happening, I'm going to do a little bearer of the name. I want to sense specifically my awareness to where Eddie is walking, and as we're walking and talking.
I'm sorry, where Eddie is walking?
Yes, I want to create a little obstacle in his path to trip him up. Call it a little trickerage. So manipulating the environment around us, the earth around us, to create little to basically catch his foot and trip him.
Okay. Give me an evasion save, Eddie Bones.
I just saw Misery's comment. Meet George Jetson.
Yeah. Oh, that's from back at the intro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Lorian, roll me a d6. That will be the penalty to Eddie Bones' evasion save.
So you're trying to like surprise me and make me trip, right?
I'm not doing anything. He's fucking doing it.
No.
Your good friend.
But yes,
I think
It's not magic.
it's divine.
it's not magic, but
Divine.
I do have
It's divine.
terminal reflection.
Okay.
So the psychic's oracle power automatically triggers as an instant action the moment before something unexpected danger or ambush
God.
is given to him.
I think
In a
you're
brief
better than
Hey,
Peter
hey,
Parker.
I hate this guy.
Dude.
Let me ask you this. Is there an effort cost to this?
It says instant action. I don't see effort.
If there's no effort
Oh
cost,
wait,
then-
no. If the psychic does not immediately commit effort for the day, the sense goes numb.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Given the situation, where it's basically just you guys and you're at your leisure to release Inari and talk to them. Do you want to spend your resources to avoid whatever fucked up thing he's trying to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
I love this.
because it's an automatic trigger, so it's like
this is beneath the snow, by the way. This is just a little bloop, a little trippage.
He tripped. He's
Well-
about to trip, and then he doesn't trip.
yeah, and,
Because you're both friggin'
yeah,
legates.
and I automatically know that he did it right.
Legates don't trip.
I think you know without any magic powers that no one else here would have done that shit.
It's funny because it says exactly this warning comes just in time to avoid springing a trap or negate a combat surprise.
This is not a trap. This is not a. This is just.
This is absolutely a
Okay.
combat surprise.
Okay.
There is
Just-
no other
I am just
interpretation.
tripping him like nature does sometimes.
So Eddie looks like he's about to get hit by it, like he's about a few inches away, and then I stop and I just go over it, and I look back at you, and I give you like,
Oh, be careful! I almost tripped on that. I keep walking.
and I say, this is going to be so interesting once we talk to this god, because I'm going to ask him a lot of questions.
I'm sorry. I can't be bored and try to just do a little funny.
Sally, is it hard being in command of a bunch of like supernatural people?
Does that question even need to be asked?
Because
You make it look easy.
I'm surprised you haven't kicked me or him off the ship.
Could I even kick you guys off the ship?
Unfortunately not.
But we
The
do.
only way, and I mean, I was gone for a while, but I ended up coming back.
Less
Unfortunately, you
assholey,
can't
but
go.
better and stronger. But did you see me drive the shuttle?
Yeah, you were great.
That was incredible.
Yeah. This godic technology, do you think you could build me something better?
Well, yeah. I'm hoping that this godic technology can also help us in Archonia too.
Yeah, you know, I was wondering about your Archon powers. You know, they're made to create or serve the gods. Does that mean you have to pick a god and serve them?
No, because I think the Archons don't follow gods, do they?
That's literally their entire thing is following gods.
But
They don't follow individual gods anymore. They, as a species, are devoted to serving the gods.
I'm still kind of new at this. They haven't really given me the Archon like tip book yet, or the Archon manual.
Listen, I need
So-
an Archon.
Archon for dummies.
Archon for Dummies. The only one that's talked to me that is Archon is your doggy guy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really know shit.
Hey,
Hey, that.
he's helped us out here and there. And you met that
And,
windy
and
guy.
I'm telling you right now, when I do meet these Archons face to face, I'm gonna have a word with them because
Did.
We met them a lot. Yeah.
In Nebulon.
no, but those weren't the ones that were in charge.
They were.
That was literally all of them.
That was all of them.
And
was
then we
all of them?
and then we
All
turned
the
them into
Archons were there,
Destiny
yes.
creeps.
Even Sally's dad knows this information.
Yeah.
See, sorry, I thought they were just like low-ranking scientists or something.
That was all the Archons were trapped on that planet with you guys.
The
Now
scientists
you
were the
didn't
one that-
necessarily meet but they don't necessarily have a hierarchy in the way you think of it either. So like the ones in charge is not exactly how they work.
It's a socialist society.
Yeah.
Oh, I
They-
forgot my dad was with me.
They,
How are you doing?
the Archons didn't tell me anything when I got there, right?
Well, what do you, in the way of what?
In the way of, did you complete your mission? This is your mission.
Well, no more than they told you when you were still on Archonia, which was your mission was to be a sleeper agent and report information back to them, and that you were never successfully activated, and they didn't know why, and then eventually they figured out that it was because of the interference of the lycanthropy. So all that information and stuff you had before you left your planet, they didn't have more information to give you when you met them on Nebula.
But they didn't say to me, well, Eddie, your mission is done.
No, they didn't say that.
And they didn't say, well, Eddie, your current mission is.
You guys spoke with them together in terms of what your current mission is, which is to stop Destiny. Beyond that, anything more specific than that broad goal, they left you guys in charge of it.
And to be honest, we did kind of fuck up.
Yeah.
Big time.
And then after that, you
So we could have had
Accidentally-
more chance to
Probably
Don't,
one of the
don't worry,
largest
this guy's gonna fix it.
fuck ups
I mean, this person. This is
I've
gonna
ever
fix it.
seen.
So
Hopefully.
let's crack this open.
you throw it down as
Like an
hard as you
egg.
can, it breaks the floor.
Like, Eddie, not the ship, not the ship.
Are we back on the ship?
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are
Yeah.
having this conversation while flying back to where you got it from.
Oh, so we're still in the little like pod thing.
Yeah, it's like a shuttle.
Okay, shuttle back to the main
Yeah.
city, I guess.
Yeah.
You
Air-
need
Airbus, if you
8
will.
hours to do your thing, right? No, we can like head back to our place.
I believe he's talking about your.
Oh, going back to the ship.
Yes,
No, yes, that will take 8 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant like opening this egg.
understood. No, I'm talking about the Wayfair.
Yeah,
No,
you're gonna
no.
you're gonna open the egg in a second.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Something that might be beneficial when Anari does come out is me chatting with them, at least to understand what's going on, maybe help them calm down. It might be the first time reincarnating, so, from someone who apparently has done it a few times, it might be helpful to help them out in that realm.
Do you remember him from your previous times?
That's a great question. Let me ask my higher being.
Steve.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been trapped by Throck.
Yeah, that,
Sorry, I'm trying to get past you.
Yeah, I can't-
Next color.
Oh, sorry, that guy.
Wrong number.
Do I know? Do I remember anything?
Who did Steve?
Roll magic plus charisma.
Ooh, that's low. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Holy shit!
Ooh-wee.
I rolled a 3, by the way.
You got a big magic score.
I do have a big magic score.
Legates.
Legates.
He's also got big feet.
That's true.
You remember Anari a little. You actually have information on Anari that the average person, even in the Second Age, wouldn't have had. It was believed at the time that Anari was, as the god of technology, had come into existence when technology reached a certain level. That when technology became computers and holograms and teleportation and spaceships, that is where Anari came from.
Oh.
You know that isn't the case. You know that Anari has existed since before fire. The concept
Yes.
of gods, there's this weird dichotomy to it that even you in your old full power
Yeah.
couldn't have fully described. The dichotomy is that gods are a constant of the universe. Each individual god is a constant of the universe, representing a domain or multiple domains that are immutable. And yet their power, how strong they are, comes from the mortals, how much worship they receive. So Anari, even though many mortals believe they came into existence when technology became very important, you know technology has been very important since the first time someone figured out how to hit an animal with a rock and then made the rock slightly better. That was technology. And Anari has been around that long. But for most of that time was very weak because nobody worshipped the technology. In the Second Age of Archonia, that began to change. And people began to worship the technology unconsciously. And then over the course of the million-year era that was the Second Age, that unconscious worship for many people evolved into full conscious actual worship of the technology. And that is when they named this god Anari. And they became this being that you could converse with.
Well, I'm sure he's gonna be happy once we let him out.
There'll be something for sure.
Hey, if he and you had like a little showdown and we had a little gambling ring, would you be a ringer or would he be the ringer?
They would probably kick my ass. I am worshipped by none, whereas technology in the concept of this universe is a constant. Nobody knows my name. Everybody knows that they are technology. In tech, like I just described, can be anything as simple as, oh, I just figured out that hitting a rock to another rock will ignite some sort of spark that will set something aflame. That in and of itself can be a concept of technology. It's all, I don't know.
Well,
But I'm not entirely sure. I mean, what I'm figuring out right now is that even gods evolve. Who I am is evolving. No longer, I guess, am I the god of elves, I guess, though, similarly I look. God of lowlight? I'm not entirely sure.
Well, if we release him, will he be friend or foe then?
They will be something.
Asarius,
Mm-hmm.
since Anari first looked out and saw you and said, "Oh, it's you," they have not said another word.
Yeah. Me either. To them, anyway.
Yeah.
I think as we're flying in the shuttle, I'm probably in my seat with my arms crossed and my eyes closed and my leg like just shaking, like not nervous shake, not scared, but like nervous or anxious leg. Like yeah. Trying to think of how to handle this.
Well, if shit goes awry, we can always just kill them.
Kill the god of technology.
You sell my talents very, very short.
Yeah. Also,
If we could kill the god of technology, we probably wouldn't need him to kill Destiny.
No, that's fair.
no. Sal is going to speak up at this point. I thought that they had to be already mortal level in power in order to be trapped in the first place. Surely we can kill them.
That's also very fair. Maybe upon releasing them, they'll get all the, power or something. I'm not entirely sure. Listen, everything changed, when everything was reset. So perhaps everybody forgot the name of Inari. Maybe the name Inari meant something in the latter half of the whole entire universe, where upon its resurgence, everything was forgotten. Inari's name with it, just like I was forgotten. Speculation.
Maybe.
Pure speculation.
At the end of the day, you can't kill him anyway. You can temporarily make him not exist, but they'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Well, I'm sure once they figure out, once we tell them about Destiny, they'll probably have a drive.
That's true. Which is, I guess, where I come from in terms of pushing the importance of that. I mean, they are just coming out of a stone, being stuck there for, however many long they were. I mean, I was there for 3 weeks, and that was fucking torture. You were there for,
Like 6 weeks.
6 weeks plus.
Yeah.
So, who knows how long they've been in there and how they've been coping.
Well, again, this is out of game. Eddie doesn't know like the history between you and him that well.
Yeah.
So Eddie will just say stuff like, "Well, I'm sure he will. This god will be nothing but a plus because they can just make technology, right?"
Well, here's the risk we're about to engage in. If Inari decides to, in any way, shape, or form, help Destiny for whatever reason, we're absolutely screwed. Because Destiny is magic and technology.
Well, but we're also screwed because
I'll just have my nice little weapon ready to shoot.
You know, if you keep polishing it, you're gonna wear through the barrel.
Well, good thing I have a tech god to help me with that.
A note on the, I guess, personage. I've heard the both of you saying he a lot. They are neither he nor she. They are just knowledge.
Yeah, you would actually know this. Only a god would know this. But Anari is not they, them by way of being transgender.
Mm-hmm.
They've just always been androgynous.
Yeah.
They are kind of transhuman.
It's sort of like how Nakashi is being portrayed as you know, a feminine figure in several different aspects of the worlds, and in each iteration looks different. Such is the way of Anari, but both in male and female form, or technically neither. They are just them.
so they'll probably just be like a ball of light.
Well, no, they will have features that
Well,
are.
well, now I'm even
Yeah.
more excited to see what they turn into.
Well,
Can we crack this open already?
Yeah.
Maybe on the Wayfarer instead of here.
So, reminder, you guys cannot get directly to the Wayfarer. His ability will transport you to
Yeah.
another planet,
Yep.
Oh.
not to the ship.
Wait, I thought we were already. Oh, because
No.
we then.
Yeah, we
Damn.
have to go back to
Oh.
Archonia.
No,
We gotta go back to the
no. I definitely think we should do it before, because this construct may be able to help us get back to Archonia even faster. Who knows?
And maybe
I would like to avoid doing it in a tiny space.
Well, yeah. Let's just get back to our rooms.
So, what are you saying? You'd like to get back to Arconia and do it outdoors?
Well, not in a shuttle.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm thinking like on Jakesh Renard, you're always in a tiny space because they live
Yeah.
underground.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
I mean, some bigger than others.
Yeah, we
but
have at least some room.
I don't want
always.
to do it on Archonia because Destiny will see him right away.
Yeah, so maybe we could do it here when we get back
Yeah.
to the base.
Because right now Destiny can't see.
No, I agree. We should do it here. Just not in the shuttle.
All right. Well, as soon as we get back, I'm cracking it open.
It was only a few minutes to get to the crater from where you guys were at the Ark building, so it returns to that place on autopilot. You get out, Rayon the lion is there waiting for you. You've only been gone, 20 minutes.
Mission successful.
Great. Where's this god?
Not yet released. We're working that out.
Yeah. Can you show us to a nice, spacious room?
One secluded from civilians as much as possible.
And maybe get some nibbles.
Ooh,
So-
and some wine.
Reminder, we're currently in an underground volcanic chamber where the Ark of Arconian Knowledge is sitting in a giant metal building on the middle of an island in the lake of lava. So I don't know that you're going to find a more secluded room than this. I'm literally the only person allowed in here.
All right.
Great.
That's fine.
What about
Okay.
Black? Well, go ahead.
I just want to make sure. Let me look at him real quick to make sure he has no Destiny in him.
He has no destiny in him. We've actually already checked him.
Okay.
I also have.
Okay.
As far as we know, Destiny's not on this planet yet.
I know, but I just wanted to make doubly
No, it's
sure.
good to be sure.
I also have liberating
This is
song.
good because it bit us in the butt before.
Yeah, it bit us in the butt before.
I also have liberating song playing off of my body in soft hums. In a level imperceptible to everybody, but you do see the musical notes kind of lifting off of
Right.
my form. So if anybody that we encounter comes into contact with us, they are immune to mind emotion control effects. They would have to roll a mental saving throw if they are already within Destiny's grasp.
Fair.
All right. Well, I put it in the middle of somehow in the middle of the room and on top of something. I just say, "Well, have at it."
Do you have at it?
I walk up to it and I take it and I look inside.
I ready any weapons just in case.
Inari, you and I have a past, a history together. Probably some unfinished business. But I think even you would want the universe to continue to exist. So I have to let you out. Here's the thing. If you still want to come at me, we can resolve that after we resolve destiny. Nothing to say?
Crickets.
Anything I could say to that would only start an argument.
Yeah.
I will help you.
Okay, I was going to say, because what you just said was about to start an argument.
You know what I mean? See where I'm coming from? Just let me out.
This fella's taking awfully long.
Maybe he's a
I'm
little
gonna-
rusty in this new form.
Because of this, when you come out, I'm gonna put you in charge of my friend Lorian over here, or him in charge of you. He'll fill you in and everything. So I pull out my hacking device. It's a mixture of magic and program. Speak more like an unlock or a deactivate.
You don't need a roll.
Oh,
You know how to do this now.
okay. I think I enter the code and I just got that little blinking light, like, you know, when you're supposed to hit enter, and I'm just like, this better not come back to bite me in the ass like pretty much everything else does.
Oh.
And I hit the button and
So-
activate.
So yeah, if we're ever doing this in a combat or in some other sort of like timed situation, I'll make you roll.
Yeah.
But given that you have all the time you need, you just know how to do this.
Could I actually, before I do that, while I was talking to him, could I sneak in a kill command on him?
Oh.
Them?
Oh.
I know they are not technology, like they're not, I don't know how much technology is built into them. Like, are they hackable?
Roll program plus intelligence beats
2d10.
16.
56.
Oh, god damn it.
So clever.
Kill or hijack?
Kill.
Okay. Jeez. My conscience.
I'm sorry, that was a bad side of a sorry. It's kill.
Program plus intelligence?
Kill.
Yeah. Program plus intelligence beats 16.
Oh my god.
We have coins, right?
Yeah. I mean, 9 on the
Oh,
dice.
wow, okay.
That happened.
So plus program, which is 10, 11. So I won't make it 12, 13, 14. 14. If I use 3 coins, I succeed.
Yeah.
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 You know what? Fuck it.
Are you guys okay with that?
You don't even tell us.
You don't even tell us, and I'm okay with it.
I only had a moment to make that decision.
I want this chaos. I want this level of chaos.
I love it.
The result of you rolling under and spending coins is that Onari knows you did it.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. If I sense that he knows or that they know, I'm gonna add
Don't fuck with me.
just in case you don't help us finish. But I won't use it afterwards.
Onari, you got the recipe. What you see is the Omnium Bindstone. You set it on like a pedestal or something. It's sitting there, and while you're watching Asarius, this 7-foot tall, plus horns, blue tiefling, which is a race you've never seen before, just stare into this orb. You see the orb start to like light up and weird, not just glowing, but like sparkling inside with like, it looks like something organized, like the way there's flashing lights moving from one place to another. It's kind of like matrix code, but multiple colors and in a sphere. And it's just moving around in there as he's staring into it. And then it all suddenly stops. And it cracks. And all that code comes floating out of the ball and forms itself into a humanoid being wearing a skin-tight, like shiny red-black, like black but red where the light hits it, like bodysuit. Only hands and head exposed, completely hairless, completely androgynous, about 5'4", looking utterly resigned and defeated, just standing there, and the bind stone turns black and crumbles to dust.
As I'm seeing them come out, I'm going to do Shadow of God. You see the white form of Lorian come over my body as these whites with almost a spark of violets tentacles kind of escape my form every now and again before kind of just coming back into it with these black musical notes coming off. Think kind of like a humanoid form of a piano. As they're coming out, I, with every step, a tentacle kind of just like comes up from the ground and then like grasping onto my foot and like step. As I'm coming over to them, the sound of waves almost in the background, just like if you would exist in a city and it becomes like white noise to you. It's the music of the ocean. And sea shanties every now and again out in the distance. I come up to them. And alright?
You don't have to do all that. I know it's you.
Sorry, I wanted the poem to be what it is, and I kind of shake it off. It just like starts to peel off, and it just ends up being form of canon.
I swear one of those shanties was you.
Yeah, of course.
Inari is going to look at Asarius at the side of their eye and sigh.
I'm going to
And
step
then-
back and just put, you know,
Yeah, look over at you and say,
It's nice to see you again, perhaps?
you don't remember much, do you?
No, I don't. It's been a couple lifetimes, I think.
Yeah.
It's nice that you're out. I know you've been in there for probably some time. Welcome back.
I've been in there for a very long time. Not as long as some.
Right.
I know that you have died and been reborn.
A few times, yes.
You remember that when you first appear, you don't know who you are. Sometimes you can live a whole life without knowing who you are.
Yeah.
They killed me back in the Second Age.
Sorry, who killed you?
The evil gods.
Oh.
They came from me. I was one of the first.
There were evil versions of us.
I was born again twice during the Third Age, and both times lived my entire life as a mortal without ever remembering my true identity.
What made you remember this time?
Nothing, except for, I think, something along the lines of tens of thousands of years of imprisonment in that orb. When I was born in the Fourth Age, I was a fisherman. I kept coming up with better ways to fish. And eventually, when I got too good at it, someone, one of his followers, recognized it, lost control of his mind, and dragged me to a stone. At first, I didn't know what had happened to me. I was immortal for all intents and purposes, but over many years, I gradually remembered everything.
Sorry, that's actually not. I don't think those are his followers. There's something bigger going on now. Are you familiar with destiny? Or sorry, oh man, what would even the concept be? We call it destiny. There's this thing-esque being that has taken control of about, well, perhaps the population of humanity, humans specifically, and growing to be larger. Now, actually, with the Archons, which is problematic, thoughts, to be honest. It's an entity that is far-reaching and is proving to be a concept that is difficult for us, and I believe they are responsible for capturing us.
I heard the beginning of an interjection from both of you two. Are you guys putting yourselves in this conversation?
Yeah.
No, these are our friends, Eddie and Sally.
It's an honor. Could have used you on the Brass Islands fishing, man.
I noticed your interjection came up during the fishing part.
I don't know what those are, but are they brass?
No, it's the name of the island. They were called the Brass Islanders, but the main industry is fishing. We don't fish very well.
Some beautiful cities there.
I see.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Eddie just kind of slouches and just says, "Hey, I know this is going to be a lot for you to take in, so just try to just chill or relax."
Believe it or not, you're in good hands. We are, I mean, as chaotic a company as we are, fairly normal, as normal can get, with
A lot of
a god killer and space captains.
a lot of odd things had to come in line for us to get here. So
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know how much help I can be. I have not regained any power.
Well, on the marker of power, technology is a necessity and something that is being introduced time and again. You are the concept of such a grandiose idea. You are it.
I pull out my pocket, my little pouch of gold coins, like, offering, sir. Thank you for the technology that makes the Wayfarer possible.
They ignore that. I did something a long time ago that, not to be too dramatic about it, cost you your life, as well as most of the other gods and most of the other mortals, and nearly the entire multiverse.
I'm like visibly taken back by that.
Are you? I thought you walked out of earshot.
No, I'm still here. I stepped back to
Yeah.
gesture to him,
Yeah.
but I'm still within the conversation.
I see.
I kind of turned to you and kind of put out a hand, just being like, just
No, I think you can tell that I'm more taken back. Like, shocked that they're taking responsibility
Oh.
when it
okay.
was me ultimately that did most of that.
Okay. I still interpret it in a negative way.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
great.
I just go. What do you mean, Anari?
I don't want to open old wounds, but I can't see how I could be useful in this situation when I have no power, and the last time that I did, I killed millions of people.
Right. In regards to the killed part, that's kind of what might be of a necessity for us in terms of that expertise in killing. Listen, we've done some fucked up shit. We have someone who literally ended the universe itself, trying to fix things up again. Their creation, Sarius' creation, is literally the cause of all of this. We've forgiven him. We've moved on. We don't hold things over people's heads in regards to their past failures. We've had to grow as a group for that. This is why I'm saying you're in good company.
I don't know that you are. Who is this?
Who's he looking at?
You.
Eddie Bones.
Cursed man?
There's no way that you've heard of me.
Yeah, I have. I was in the stone. I could hack the
Oh, you heard us talking,
feeds.
right?
Well, I could hack the feeds from the stone. I could hear a lot of things that Destiny probably didn't want me to hear.
Well, then that helps us to explain things to you.
A little bit. Maybe.
But yeah, I'm Eddie Bones. I'm one of the chosen Archons. I'm here on a mission.
Very powerful. Very smart.
The cursed man is very powerful.
Very capable.
Why do they call you that?
Let's just say I can relate to you of killing and feeling sorry about it after.
Yeah.
But we all make mistakes, right? Can I chime in now? I know I was gonna. It's just weighing on me too much.
When you speak, Anari kind of just freezes, like still as a statue.
Just tell me why you did it, and then we can move beyond it and let the healing begin. I never got the closure of why it even happened.
I don't mean to impose, but if things get a little heated,
It's okay.
Okay.
I don't mean you any harm. I was exactly where you are right now about 1,000,000 years ago. I got free from my own cage. It took me a lot longer because I was different.
A fox.
Yeah, okay, I guess everyone knows about that too.
He thinks about you a lot. That's how I know.
I'm trying to fix my wrongs. And I could see in your eyes that you want to fix yours too.
I don't know that that's a thing I can do.
Well,
But if
can
you
help
want to
us.
know why, I can tell you what the plan was.
With the game.
It was, I know people, you were young.
If we weren't
And
stuck in
people-
traffic, I would have been in that game.
I know. I found out the details later.
Sorry, continue.
People your age thought of it as a game because that was the best way you could conceptualize it. We never marketed it as a game. It was a secondary life opportunity. I came to understand that wording similar to that had been used to market mini games. It was always intended to be another world into which you could move your life. Some of my followers got a little bit ahead of themselves
I understand
in
that.
terms of throwing certain switches, so to speak. People were to have the option of abandoning their physical reality and moving entirely into the virtual one if they chose. Many of my priests and clerics at the time beseeched me to simply take everyone, because they believed, and through their exhortations I began to believe, that life would be better for all of them if they were in our world and I controlled it, and I controlled everyone, and they had the freedom to live any life they wanted. And I know that to people in this age or in earlier ages, the lives that they already had in the Empire were beyond imagination. But the truth is, there's no such thing as beyond imagination. People can imagine anything. If you give them what they imagine more. My world was one where anything they imagined could have been theirs. And we thought there was no reason not to move them all in.
You took away their choice.
Yes. I couldn't conceive of the idea at that time that any right-thinking person would make a different choice. The problem was not that all of their physical bodies died. That's what you saw happen. The problem was that a mere few hours later, the system disappeared. We had it built into an Arcanotech weave in the legacy itself. There wasn't a physical server. It was all done with wireless magic and tech. It was immaterial. The system ran, it's complicated, but only I could have built such a thing. And then it vanished. I couldn't find it. I don't know who took it. I don't know where it went. I don't know how it happened. All of those people moved into my world, and then the world ceased to exist. And in effect, I killed them. And I guess the question that's been on my mind since then, during the periods where I knew who I was, has been, if that hadn't happened, if I hadn't lost control, if the system hadn't gone away, would you still have done what you did? And I feel like the answer is probably yes. Because I still killed all your friends. I only kept their minds. And I've come to see how horrific that is. And I have not come to any way forgive myself.
As someone who has controlled other people's minds, I get it.
Lorian, I know you better than you remember yourself, and believe me when I say you don't get it.
Well, this life has been different, I think, from what I've experienced before.
I noticed the tentacles. You've been in Congress with the dead one.
Yes.
When he says Congress, does he mean Congress?
Everyone
No.
always makes a joke out of it.
It kind of
It's a warlock thing.
Tentacles are forever ruined, honestly.
Yes, I have been. There, I'm friends with Abe. Yes. Yes.
Well,
He helped me out a lot back home, what I call home.
he and I had a lot of interesting conversations back in the day. I hope he's doing well.
Well, they're actually under attack right now.
They who?
The council? Do you know who the council is?
No.
Oh, a bunch of ascendant beings.
humans or mortals.
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 Yes, some of which are controlled by this thing that we have been calling destiny.
And they are
Civil War.
yeah, they are attacking the console as we speak.
Which is why we say we need your help.
This council is composed of the dead one and others at his level.
Right.
Abe, there's
A dwarf lady.
a dwarf lady, there's
Ezra?
yes.
I do not like her, but she's
Is Rob there too?
Robert?
Rod.
Rod is there, yes.
There's
I call him
Rock,
Mirror
the
of Gas.
strongest.
Rock, yes.
I call him Robbie.
So Rod, Throck, and Zaylin, Anari does not know. He does know Abraxiel, and he knows Abraxiel and Moira. And he understands that other mortals can also reach that power level. So he gets what you're saying, but he doesn't know all the people involved.
They're very strong people, some of which have been have
Yes.
human origins, I would say, in which they were susceptible to Destiny's
Yeah.
Manipulation.
Yeah, because right.
manipulation. Yes.
Yeah, because right now Destiny's in control of these people, and they're attacking the council, and
Yeah. So
it's a whole thing. Because Destiny thinks he knows what's best.
yeah.
I got bits and pieces of the Destiny thing. This is the name of the spell that the working that Asarius created that has become sentient in the time since.
Right.
He's connected to the bindstones like the one I was in, so I was maybe some of the other deities inside have not been able to do this, but because of what my domain is, I was able to read some of the information that passed through. I understand who you mean when you say destiny.
That makes sense.
And I understand a little bit of how he works.
Are you able to like scan things?
In what way?
Like, are you able to scan things and gain information through scanning? Because I've seen him do it.
Wait. There's a bind. Can Destiny hear us right now?
The bindstone disintegrated.
Oh, it did.
when
That's
Anari
right.
was released.
That's right. That's right.
I, for the most part, have no abilities that a mortal man or woman wouldn't have. I'm depowered. I have no worshippers.
I offered you a pouch of gold.
Yeah, she offered.
Well, if I were to take that pouch of gold, then I would be a mortal person with some gold. But I cannot scan things.
Honori, it feels like maybe you've attached yourself too much to this name, this concept of Anari itself. You came from nothing. You had no name. You were technology in its infancy. In every single, but I assume now, world, when they were just beginning to understand how to survive, how to live. You are people figuring out that attaching a stone to a pole will help it to figure out a weapon. You are people finding fire. You are
Are you
people
worshiping him right now?
No, I'm just saying it feels like you've forgotten who you are.
No, I think the real problem is I had a few 100,000 years to get over, well, to work on my guilt, and Anari has just now joined us.
Well, there's a couple of real problems. One of them is you know how the stones work. I couldn't have been in there if I was at full power.
Yeah,
If I was anywhere close to it.
that was the plan.
Well, there must be a way for you to regain some power.
I regained some powers by remembering who I am, and I've done that. But unfortunately, I did that while still in the stone, so I'm a little bit hamstrung by that too. The main way to regain my power is to have my worshippers remember me.
Wait. How do I have power?
Eric Agier sacrificing themselves.
Do you know this?
They all know it except you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All the people who are martyring themselves in Lowlight's defense, saying their names are Eric Agier. Your name.
Wait, what? People are taking up Eric Agier as their name? What?
We do know this in character, right? And not just.
So you know
Yeah.
it from two
Yeah.
sources. One, you got a report of it back from the Elven spies that were in Lowlight.
Right.
They were letting you guys know that, and Anon wasn't there for this. Corinthian
was,
at the
yeah.
time. But the rest of you were.
You need a roll for Corinthian.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. You know that people are giving their name as Eric Agier when they are arrested and executed. In honor of the absent king and of the leaders of the resistance there. What'd you roll?
This might be my first low roll for Corinthian. It's a...
You're suddenly looking more powerful.
See, you needed to roll with the dice tower.
That's fair. It was a... What was it? Connect?
Yeah.
That's one.
Connect plus charisma.
Yeah, diplomatic grace.
My first low one. 5.
5. Okay.
No,
It's 12, 17, 13, 11, 11, 5.
One setback.
I mean, it's just one.
They're all dead now.
Yep, that's how it works.
Well,
Obi-Wan, there's a great disturbance.
Oh, sorry. I was explaining how you guys.
yeah.
You knew it from the reports from the Elven spies who told you people are giving resistance members are giving their name as Eric Agier when they're arrested and executed, and also the three of you when all of you did like the hand clap.
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
When I
yes.
was reversing what I did.
Yeah, when he was reversing what he did on Nebulon to the planet, and he changed it and then he changed it back. That power passed through all of your hands. You all rolled very well on it, and you heard some of these voices saying, "I'm Eric Agier," and that's when you realized that that's where he's getting his power from. So you knew they were doing the name thing, but only then did you realize that that's where he's getting his power from. Essentially, they're worshiping him not as the king, as the god of the elves, but as the true king.
Yeah.
Well,
The blood of martyrs. I don't know if we want to follow that route, though.
Wait, are you saying that is my... Hold on.
Wait.
That's my godhood? The blood of martyrs? Those that believe in something?
Or the god of
I
Lowlight.
think that's a bit on the surface.
Or the god of Eric Agiers.
Yeah.
That was... What?
I don't know how godhood works.
A
You should
minority
know
is
this.
shaking their head. That is not how godhood works.
Yeah, because then I would have been a god.
You can accept worship from anyone who chooses to worship you, but your domain is your domain.
Yes, I was the domain.
The god of the elves.
Elves, yes.
But they don't remember you.
If there are humans worshiping you, you will have some power. You will never come into your full power until there are elves taking up your name again.
You know I'm half elf, right?
Do you worship me?
No.
Oh, that's
Don't,
weird.
don't see how
You gotta find an elf planet for you.
an elf planet. You know
Well-
what? I probably have one.
Yeah.
I have so many planets.
Noted. Thank you for
Well-
that then.
Well, if we just need people to worship you, that shouldn't be too hard.
We have a crew that's... I mean, I know some of them. They're pretty creative.
We can send out a message throughout this planet to get people riling up.
Worship is not as simple as getting on your knees and muttering something.
Or
People
handing
have to actually have faith in me in order for it to be true empowering worship.
That's gonna be a very good plan to start. It's got technology.
Actually, apparently there's a conflict here in Discretion where I think maybe tech could help. There's a lot of eco-terrorists trying to tear things, to be where it began. They don't really like the marriage between new tech and old tech, I suppose.
Nature.
They just want it to be pure nature, which I know kind of goes against what you're doing. But from what little I gleaned from your conversation here with Asarius, where you created a second life, a possibility,
This is
perhaps presenting that to those people might be a step forward into your godhood, or at least, something there.
While you are speaking, Lorian, roll me pray plus wisdom.
And during this, Eddie just says, "Man, I don't know, guys. We're short on time. We still gotta get back to low light. Council's being attacked. Maybe we should just go straight to the council and figure out on the way.
How do we even get to the council, though?
We know the planet. It's on.
I gotta look up the name, but you guys do know the
Yeah.
We know the planet. We
But-
can.
It would take us forever to get there.
Oh, with a-
Melek.
Melek.
From Melek.
9. Potential spending of coins.
What,
You don't
one?
need it.
You want one?
Yeah, maybe one.
You
per
don't.
pet.
You don't need it.
Oh, never mind.
Melek.
As you are speaking to him about, or speaking to Anari about these things, you suddenly feel a very small little twinge in your spirit, a little bit of power that you didn't have a moment ago suddenly enters into you. A 9 is enough for you to understand that even in this conversation where it was brought up, somewhere, somehow, an elf has spoken your name.
Oh.
That's where we're going to take our break.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
Wait,
Oh.
just now?
Oh.
Yes. No.
What do we know about the planet Melek,
Glory.
you guys?
No.
Is you?
You
Glory.
don't know that.
Full
You
of
don't know.
surprises.
Ooh.
Surprises. Wow. That's interesting.
All right, guys. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you for watching.
Plus or minus 1 or 2.
Yeah. Woo! Welcome back. We're all
Aye, aye.
stuffed full of vegan pizza and rum.
I promise nothing
And
happened.
And chocolate.
As soon as we go on break, we literally just freeze in place until we were off break.
Yeah, no.
My back is killing me from holding still the whole time. All right.
What the fuck happened?
Age.
So you rolled a 9, and you found out that an elf said your name.
Yes.
And in case I wasn't clear enough, he didn't just say your name. He said your name in that way. An elf has worshipped you by name somewhere
In the Elvish word for Lorien.
that you don't know,
That I don't.
but that's not super relevant.
Fascinating. Okay.
Someone who is an elf
But,
has become a.
but we don't know this.
You don't know. We went to break right after he felt it.
And I say, well, how close do you gotta get to somebody to start worshiping them?
Body pillow.
Like,
It's a little bit of a nebulous thing, but I would imagine if you did order a body pillow of someone, especially if it was someone that you didn't personally know, that would be a form of worship, yes.
So people need to remember you, to believe in you and the things that you can do.
I suppose that's how it works. It is difficult to define, it's somewhat nebulous,
Yeah.
but they need to know your name, even if it's not your true name, even if you have many names. they need to say your name.
What?
It can be a name that they made up for you, even, as long as what they are worshiping in concept is you.
Did you say something?
And you have no worshippers of that type that you could recognize around the worlds.
There are some who must be giving me some power. I do feel somewhat more than I did inside the stone. As with some other deities, my own ascendancy was slow over a long period of time. It began with people worshiping me unconsciously, not thinking of me as an actual person or being, but worshiping the concept of technology through their behavior and action.
Eddie looks over at you four and he just says, man, this, I don't know, guys. What do you think we're going to do? Because we don't have a lot of time.
Say something here? Sorry, Sally.
They're so distracted.
Yuri, did you say something?
I was trying to find the elf planet.
Well,
I couldn't remember.
do any of you, I've been in a stone all this time, do any of you know of a group of people, consciously or unconsciously, who worship technology and the advancement thereof?
I look at Mr. Rayon.
The gnomes.
The gnomes.
Some of the people on this planet.
There are still no.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually,
We have some on Archonia. And are there? No, there's no gnomes here.
There are no gnomes here. If there are any, they're genetically modified to be.
The short animals are
Yeah.
gnomes, or were gnomes.
I look at Sally instead. Sorry, did you say something?
What's wrong with you?
You didn't say anything?
I didn't say anything.
Would we? Mm,
Rude.
you okay?
I think so.
You just sort of went off in a trance over there by yourself.
I just felt like someone was calling me.
You haven't been hitting the drinks too much, have you? Can you get drunk?
Tried. Sorry, this might sound crazy. Somebody call my name.
Nobody called your name.
I didn't.
Not in the last 5 minutes, anyway.
Figuring things. So sorry. Sorry about that.
So, what do you guys think we should do? Because the council's getting attacked.
Well, we go back to the Wayfair.
Well, you go back to Archonia, you mean?
Sorry, Archonia, yes. Sorry.
Rendezvous, yeah.
Yes,
You
thank
can
for that
meet the
correction.
Wayfarer there. Or
Yes.
go.
But do we want to bring Inari with us without a set plan on how to defeat Destiny?
We're gonna have to.
I guess so. I mean, first things first, we gotta get to Lowlight, right? Hopefully, what if we like capture one of the dragons and like maybe the top dude, Arceus, Silwak or Manges or forgot the other dude's name. Yes, Arceus. Perhaps capture Arceus and like have him, force him to talk. They're dragons. Destroy my hometown.
Well, it depends on what's going on in Archonia right now, because we've left, what's his name?
Corinthian.
Corinthian there for how long now?
It's been a few weeks.
So, you know what we could do? How about we commit to going back, and then before we go back, I'll look into the future and see how Corinthian's doing.
Absolutely.
And we can prepare ourselves in case things have gone awry.
Yeah, can you check up on our crew just to see how they're doing?
Yeah.
So, we don't want to attempt to get some followers here for Inari in a planet full of technology.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's a planet full of technology if no one here worships the concept of technology.
Which is why we would encourage it, I hope.
I mean, we have a bard right here. Bardy.
Yes.
Rayon will actually speak up here. Say, the doctor, the otter boy.
Yes, he was utterly adorable.
Dr. Kalamuso?
Karamasu?
Hold on, I will pronounce that correctly. Yeah, Cabo Uso.
Oh,
Dr. Kawa Uso.
I definitely spelled that wrong then.
Yeah, he was a bit of a lightweight in our drinking contest, wasn't he?
Yes.
I mean,
I was also kind of a lightweight, so I forgot.
that whole night just went in a blur.
He is a passionate young fellow, and he has expressed a profound belief not only in supporting the rights of unmodified individuals, but also in the science that he pursues, the technology of modifying DNA. He may be willing,
Okay, Alan.
rough for both of you, he may be willing to take up a new religion. But I hope you understand that that's a big ask for anyone. To walk up and say, here's a god, worship him.
Well, we could just forge the connection and see if they hit it off. I mean, it's like any relationship, right?
I look over to you and I say, can't you like make like a writ where you can send him back in time?
We shouldn't fuck with time.
I don't think we should.
I
do that
agree. We should not fuck with
Ever
time.
again. After what happened? No, I don't think I'm going to attempt that again.
I
There's
still
a-
think
there-
we should have went back in time to fix the original mistake.
There's a year around 153,000 years into the Empire that's still repeating. We do not want to fuck with time travel.
Ooh, noted.
We figured out time travel way back, and immediately everyone agreed no.
Fair. I attempted something like that, and it just did not go well.
Well, that's why everything's bad now.
Well, it was already bad, but it just got worse.
But you know, when you first attempt something, you know,
And try again.
practice makes perfect.
I mean, you could say it was always meant to happen in the first place.
Gambler's mentality.
That's
what they say a
destiny.
lot. That's
Doesn't
what
work
they
both
say a
times.
lot.
Okay, well, either way, I think maybe introducing you at least to the hinder folk might be
Otter.
otter folk.
If we left you here,
Don't miss species somebody.
Sorry.
I mean, we could set up a play date
Very
between the
well,
two of
sir.
them.
if we left you here, would there be any way you can meet us back at Archonia later?
Maybe much later. You guys are vastly overestimating how quickly I can acclimate power here, accumulate power here.
Well, that's I guess where I come in. I'm something of a musician. I may be able to at least inspire other of your talents.
We could hire some bards.
I am.
It worked for Eddie Bones.
I am the said bard. Excuse you.
Man, everyone knows me, and I don't have powers.
What have you done about the shackle?
The shackle.
That on our planet. The technology shackle.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
You know about the shackle.
we think that Destiny put some sort of shackle on
It
our
was not
planet.
destiny. It
No.
was.
You don't know that in character.
We don't know
Oh,
that
I
in
don't.
character.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Inari does. They
Oh.
will say it couldn't have been destiny.
Why not?
Because the shackle came up before Destiny gained sentience.
Sorry,
I would've known
lost.
that.
What shackle?
Right?
No, you wouldn't have known.
Oh, because I don't know when he got sentience.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
There's a shackle on Archonia that prevents us from moving past the technology of just plain hurlants. Unlike this wonderful thunder pistol that you and Asari
It's a
created for me.
metaphysical shackle that prevents the advancement of
pistol?
technology beyond a certain point.
This thunder pistol. It
Sure,
shoots
moving on.
lightning.
Maybe just introducing you to the gnomes then. Unless that shackle in and of itself will keep you from entering the planet.
The gnomes would love you.
Or the gnomes would adore
They
you.
created
Gnomes
this
and I have a
mechanical...
long and fruitful relationship. I would love to meet some gnomes. But I'm concerned about returning to Archonia if the shackle is still in effect.
Would that shackle you in it as well?
No, but it would limit my ability to advance technology.
Do you know how to remove shackles?
Or why it went up?
Or where it's
It
from.
depends on how it was created and by whom. You apparently were all under the impression that Destiny put it there, but it was there as far back as the Second Age.
By
Near the end, it came up. I told you about how Evergreen vanished.
Mm-hmm.
The shackle came up that day.
Well, apparently there's a
So hold on. So you're saying the shackle is what remove the consciousness, I can't even say that word right now, of millions of people?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it was around the same time. It was almost exactly the same time. It doesn't mean that the shackle did it, but it probably means that the shackle is related to it.
I mean, that's a mighty large coincidence
Yes.
for it not to.
Exactly. And it's a unique shackle. The Second Age didn't end immediately when it came up. Technology that existed already didn't stop working. But new technologies could not be invented. And as technologies were forgotten, they could not be reinvented. That is what happened.
On the moon, there is a I guess, place where one can reside in if you would like to, I guess, further investigate things on that side of the world so we can figure out how to unshackle an Earth. I'm not entirely sure how that would work. I have no concept or power for that.
If I had to make a list of beings that could create such a shackle, even back then, a handful of mortal wizards,
Wasn't me.
Mortal wizards, wow.
a very small handful. The dead one, Abraxio, could have done it.
Radomir Ugast.
Vladimir Utgast was long dead in my time.
Oh, well, he's back.
But he continued to exist nonetheless.
Well, he didn't do the shackle. Because at the time, he wasn't around.
Where'd you put this star map?
There's an Archonia maps channel in there.
Oh.
Is that tech conversation? I
In
don't
a
get
category called Archonia information.
Got it. Found it.
Well, we can any of them remove it?
Well, we have to find out who put it there before someone can remove it. That's why I'm going through the list trying to figure out who could have done it.
See, there was once upon a time where I believed there to be a temple that would solve all of our answers, have information of everything, but
Temple to who?
it's a great question. To one of the youngest sisters of the Etiali, but
What is it word?
Middle sister.
sorry, the Depth Goddess.
There's right, there were 3 of them now.
Which the youngest one is,
Amen.
The temple I was mentioning was not for the youngest.
Actually, it was. It was to Amen.
it would have been a death
But what-
trap for us.
But was it? He never went there. Who knows for sure? I could be lying.
I can't.
It's the
Either
holy
way, I
grail
I can't
now.
wait to go there in the
Could be a
last.
temple to Alan's butt.
I can't wait to go there in the last episode.
Either
and then find that it used to be a garbage pit
It's
for
like nothing, yeah.
either way, I have no answers to these shackles, but it would at least,
We
from what I've seen of the gnomes, from what I've seen of Archonia in and of itself, technology has
No.
advanced in a way that even has progressed, I think, the shackles.
you know what we could do. It might take some time, but we can. Do you think the gnomes could make another Wayfarer?
Perhaps in time, but they're busy right now doing other things.
Because if we brought them back to the moon, the gnomes could take a ship to the moon, and then they can worship him on the moon.
The question is, the Wayfarer, I thought was something the Archons created, but then where did the other orcs
Well,
come up with?
let me clarify what Anari is saying about the shackle. They are capable of going to Archonia. It's not a problem to go there. It's just that once there, they won't be able to develop any technology
Right.
to approach the level of what Destiny's at.
What if they're on the moon?
On the moon, yes, but then they won't be in range of Destiny, so it will be
Right.
hard to.
Well, to be fair, something that I felt back in, what was that moon that we were at with the Archons?
Nebula.
Nebula.
Nebulon, thank you. back at Nebulon, I felt that perhaps our fight with Destiny was there. So perhaps, and I know it's a little dangerous because the Archons are what they are right now, but perhaps that's the best place to find Destiny, not at Archonia, but on Nebulon.
I think it's jumping far ahead, but I believe, yeah, there's a good chance we might end up there. Do you still have... You don't have anything from Abe, right?
From Abe, aside from, and I produced the sword, this.
The tentacles. You're looking for a magic item to get to.
Malik.
Malik.
He is that. He's a warlock of Abraxio.
Yeah, we could.
I show the white with purple veined sword.
We could go to Malik first.
What do we do?
Malik. Here's my thinking. We can't take Inari to Archonia without putting them at risk. We can't go back to Nebulon without a plan. So that's
true.
not even a place we should go to yet.
Agreed.
We can't leave Inari here without the risk of
Them dying.
them dying or not being able to get to us or not being able to get back to them.
Yeah,
Or-
they're actually, in terms of life or death, they're pretty safe here. It's not a violent planet.
That.
It says the fight that we just had.
Right, but you won that fight and killed the leader of the rebel faction.
I'm
so-
thinking more of like environmental hazards.
Well,
Sure.
In any case, I feel like even going to Malik is dangerous, but that might be our first step.
Yes, if I remember, that planet was not very.
It's a burning, immiscible biosphere, seismic instability, prison planet. It's not a very lovely place.
No.
I'll feel right at home
But with
in my current body.
but with your help, Captain, we should be able to survive.
For a day.
Then wait. So what are we doing at Malek?
Saving the council.
And if we can save this council somehow,
They might be able to tell us more about the shackle.
Oh boy.
precisely.
And then we can bring them back to Archonia. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, then I feel like a little reconnaissance maybe before we go to Malek. Like for instance,
What do your eyes
Yeah.
We
tell
are
you?
certainly going to Melee.
Well, yeah, can we commit to it? We're gonna go to Malik, right?
okay, sure. Might I add that I guess people are dying currently under the name of Eric Agia,
Yes.
and
Yes.
people are still under the tyranny of the dragons.
Yes.
But without a greater plan to.
Yeah,
Everything's a domino, and if we do it out of order, we're gonna mess it up.
I think I really agree that Malik should be the next plan because
I really want a long vacation after all of this.
Yes, absolutely.
Grace Bonnie has been quiet this whole time. She hasn't said a whole word this whole episode. But she's going to speak up now. We
Oh
went
my god, I
to
almost forgot you were here.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh my God.
I recently lost my career, and I've been introspective. But
Fair.
the last time we went to Lowlight, our entire fleet was sunk in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
We can't simply go back just because we're real mad now.
yeah.
If we can get the council, these mortals who are so powerful that they're indistinguishable from gods, surely they can face a dragon.
It is very much a risk since we will be going into an unknown battle that very powerful beings are currently struggling with.
Chaos. We need something that could channel a lot of chaos. Any ideas?
I mean, us.
We are chaos, but
Not chaos, elemental magic chaos.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
You don't need that.
that's right. We
Eddie
have
Bones knows.
Yeah, I can commit and see how's it going.
Eddie knows.
But let's make sure we commit because I don't want to go there.
I think you and I, the rest of us, be advised that we will be going to a very hostile planet with very hostile things with no backup whatsoever.
Okay, well.
Well, this is a high technology planet, and I know it's built for the cold, but perhaps they might have something that we could use on our persons to make it less death dealing.
I have a feeling they don't have any fire suits here.
They definitely have nothing on Jakisha. They could maybe create something with enough time, but I mean they're very high tech.
That's not true. They do have lava, so there are times where they probably have to go into warm caves.
Sure, but nothing on the scale. Like when it says burning,
Yeah.
think the opposite of how frozen means that even the air is liquid.
Yeah.
Like that's how hot it is.
Well, I mean, if your skills can only help us for a day, I can attempt to create a sort of coolant energy around us, being that, I mean, elves, I guess, have a tendency for nature.
I can add to this project. I'm literally a wizard of energy.
Then we can back
My
it up.
applied mastery is energy.
Beautiful. I mean, so we have contingencies to protect ourselves from the environment. And we have eyes to see, I guess, what will happen ahead of time so we can better prepare ourselves from things. How far into the future can you see?
A year.
Then
Well
perfect.
done,
But only
Bones.
1 minute of that
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
Basically, he lives 1 minute of time up to a year in advance.
So how do you choose the best minute? How do you know ahead of time which minute to choose? There's a lot of minutes in a
He
year.
looks ahead of time to choose the best
way
time.
we've been playing it is that he can use sort of an idea like after we get to such and such.
Yeah,
or
like,
after we
yeah, I
learn
basically
such and
You can
propose.
estimate.
I
Yeah.
basically propose a question or scene,
such.
and that helps me narrow down to a minute.
All right.
Okay,
so-
so perhaps it should be upon meeting the council. What will our situation look like?
Yeah, what will our opposition be?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna commit to this real quick. So Eddie's gonna stand in the middle of the room and just make sure you guys are all committing to this, and then I'm gonna see how's everything on Malik. Malik, did I say it right?
Fire, explosions. There is debris falling from the sky. It's a meteor shower, only constant. There's a volcano going off to your left, another one behind you. There's ash in the air. The ground is shaking. You see nothing other than fire and ash and molten rock. The four of you are standing there along with Sal and Grace and Anari in the midst of this destruction, this ongoing hellscape that is this planet Malek. And you know instinctively that while it is always like this to some extent, it's worse right now. Because this minute that you're seeing is the minute in which the ground about 100 yards ahead of you bursts upward in kind of a reverse impact from below. And you see a Broxiel come rising up out of it in this massive avatar of power, this huge undead writhing tentacle, purple light swirling. His staff with a skull on it is like, it's glowing so brightly that it's canceling out the light from all the fire and lava around you. And he raises it up and he hurls it like this directly in front of him. And there's nothing there at first, but by the time his shockwave of energy reaches its destination, you see Zaylan has come out of the ground, and he just does this right in front of himself and blocks the energy from Abroxiel, catches it, spins it around, throws it back at him. There's
so
this
cool.
massive shockwave that shakes the earth, breaks the ground underneath him, and they keep going at it only for a couple seconds before they both dodge to the side, because out from under that ground again, the same spot, right in between the both of them, Throck comes roaring upwards with his hammer. It's just a stick with a rock on it, guys. It's a hammer. He comes out of it. He's still wearing that same fucking brown cape that he had on in Campaign 1. He comes out of the ground, and he goes straight towards Abroxiel with it. And you guys know Abroxiel the smartest being that has ever lived. Magic for days. Throck comes at him, and you see spell ward after spell ward, shield after shield, force field after force field just shattered as Throck comes down with the hammer. And the last thing Abraxio can try is that he just teleports. He's just gone. He's out of the way. And you see this fight raging on all around you. There's just these flashes, like it's like a strobe light. It's happening so fast. Behind you, to the side of you, next to you, above you. You see Radomir Utgast in the middle of it, standing with Moira Smoothskin, the two of them with their glowing white lights, trying desperately to calm Throck and Abraxio, trying to say, guys, you have to stop, you have to stop. Throck, you can see every now and then he slips back to himself and he goes, ugh, and then he loses it again and he goes after them. Zaylin, same thing. Every like minute, well, you only have a minute. Every few seconds, you can see something in his eyes that's like, what am I doing? And then he turns and he attacks again. And the ground is breaking. There are chasms opening up. There are caves collapsing. There are volcanoes going off. The whole sky is ash and debris. And then the minute ends and you're back where you were.
I don't want to go there. I thought
Did we
this
win?
would be a tropical vacation. It ain't.
So I come out of it and I'm like, man, that's the most anime shit I've ever seen.
All right.
No, I say it's definitely. Do I get a sense that we're even close to a level that can help them?
You know what? Something I fully intended to say during that, and I forgot because I got so worked up. When you saw Throck and Zaylin, you activated your ability,
Oh yeah.
and you were able to see that they had been altered from their natural state. And you know that if
I
in
can touch
some
them.
way you could touch one of them without dying, you could cure them.
Yes.
Do you relay that to us?
Yeah, this is why I said I was able to, with my new found abilities, I was able to see that they have destiny within them, both Throck and Zaylin. If I can somehow touch one of them, I could free them. Just like how I freed you.
I can help you with that.
I can help you with that as well.
I can help him first.
I can help you help him.
I can't help you with that.
But if we can at least get one of them, they can help us get the other.
Okay, well,
I vote for Throck first. He could hold down Zaylin.
this is true.
And
It's just getting to Throck first.
I think I might be able to soothe the savage.
You don't even need to do that.
and I say,
But actually, that would help. Yes.
well, I say I'm not sure if that will help because he was breaking through all of Rod's shields and magic.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Well,
think,
that's combative magic. What I do is less that.
What you were told about Throck way back is that he's the avatar, the multiversal avatar of might, and as such, he has infinite strength.
Mhm.
There is nothing that he cannot break.
Right.
Well, that's good. If I can get to him, then we can stand a fighting chance.
We can create a window for you, but in that window, let's say we'll yell out "Haya" or something. During that window, it's up to you to literally stop what you're doing and go towards him. No whats, no buts, no ifs. It's just, hey, this is your window.
Maybe
This is
we're
your
the
moment.
frontal distraction and you come from behind
Great idea.
and just kind of poke him.
This is
Yeah.
why you're the captain.
It might also be good if you can make me invisible, maybe.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I can create a natural skin around you to help you blend
I can.
in.
Oh, I can actually make invisible. I forgot. I have that ability.
What?
It would be kind of nice if we stopped by Bran Alpha and picked up Bertaldir, god of the underworld. Seems like he'd be right at home on this planet.
Oh, yes.
That seems like a lot for what we're trying
The
to do.
giant blue
You guys
god.
are making a lot of
No.
stereotypical generalizations about the underworld. It really wasn't like that. It was kind of wet and dark, and that was it.
Who's talking right now?
Anori.
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you saying they're all
don't recognize the
vampires
voices?
there?
Sorry, all my voices are the same.
Anori, don't. He's handsome though.
Well, yeah.
It's
I'm just it's not okay.
Well, anyway, let's do this. I want to get Throck.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, Asarius needs 8 hours to meditate.
I think we all have to meditate.
Wait,
We all have to meditate.
Yeah.
No, only you.
but when we get there, don't we still have to wait before we become not ghosts again?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You went to the trance and you're 8 hours as ghosts there.
Yeah.
Once we
part of the
rematerialize, it says we'll be immaterial for 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Get behind Throck. And once we materialize, you'll be right behind him.
That's true.
I mean, that guy's moving. It sounded like he was moving around.
You're right. But
Unless I can somehow attach myself to him as he's moving around in ghost form. We'll see.
I was going to read the spell again, but you're right. Our meditation is us projecting to the location. So you are all meditating. Your bodies will still
Basically,
be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're dreaming.
All right.
Listen, as much as I know how to do it, I still don't like it.
well,
Oh, please.
can Inari meet Miss Dr. Otter?
It will help center you.
Fine.
All right.
As we're sitting down, though, I want to, without looking at Inari, my eyes are closed. I just say to them, the guilt will never, ever go away, but everything you do to try to make up for it and surrounding yourself with people on the way helps a lot.
And who better than the chaos of this crew? This is the only one, by the way.
I would like you, and you to roll notice plus charisma on Inari.
Oh, crap.
Everyone except Asari.
Oh, I thought you pointed at me.
No, I'm
We're
sorry.
going to see the tower be used for the first time.
Lorian, Eddie, and Fally roll it.
And the 3. It's very mid. Very mid.
10.
It's powering up.
What's your total? Notice plus charisma?
It is, my notice is 7 for me.
Okay.
Oh, no. I don't see it.
You're still wound up about the image you saw.
Yeah, I'm still wound up about the image.
You were playing it in slow motion.
It makes sense that it's you, given everything that you are. Asarius is trying to encourage Inari to continue on some sort of path to making amends. Feel like I'm not being taken seriously.
I'm listening.
Inari is not ready for what Asarius is pitching here.
Mm-hmm.
He just got out of a little ball that he's been in for thousands of years.
I
And
understand.
during that time, he had nothing at all to do except think about it. And there are no people to interact with. For most of it, he was in a little ball buried in the snow on an alien planet that he didn't think anyone lived on. He's been by himself.
Yeah.
Essentially, I mean, he had a couple of mortal lifetimes, 3 actually mortal lifetimes in there where he, wasn't aware of any of it. But since he gained his memories back, he's been in the ball.
Was he androgynous in all of them? All the lifetimes?
They haven't said.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Ilnir to hold. As I go over and pop down right next to Inari.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to put this somewhere.
It's all rough. I get it. I get hating yourself for everything. It takes a lot of time, specifically from everything we've been through. It gets lonely. You have all your thoughts and your memories and all the what ifs and what I could do to change things. if ever you wish to speak to anyone on that. As much as there is tension between you and Sarius, he knows so much about that stuff. You and him are similar in more ways than I think even he wants to admit.
He is known amongst our people as the devil of the gods. Think about what it would be like to know that you made the devil. And that he was right to be mad at you.
We all made decisions. You can't take credit for the decisions that he made.
I suppose that 10,000 years or so ago, we've been very glad to talk to someone about all. But today, I'm not even 100% sure that you're not all hallucinations.
To be honest, I mean, I was literally just a selfish prince once upon a time, and all of this seems like a fever dream. I'm Adam, by the way. I know you know me as Lorian, but in this lifetime, I am Adam, and that's the name I feel most at home with. I'm still getting used to Lorian without it feeling like a power grab.
They will take your hand and shake it. But not firmly.
I am a friend, believe it or not. Take that as you will. I know you're on your own journey. We are not enemies. And we're certainly not friends yet, and I hope one day we will be. We're with you. We understand hating ourselves for the decisions we've made.
Ian?
I don't know if this is the same one.
No, it's not. That one's in the garage. Still got glue on it. Did it break?
A little bit on this side. No, I think it just came out of the.
How are you sitting on these chairs?
They're old and cheap. All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we're with you. Take that as you will.
All right. And you're starting the spell now, yeah?
No, yeah. As they're talking, we're literally like, whoosh.
Yeah, everyone's sort of falling asleep during the conversation.
And we all
Oh,
wake
you
up.
heard Sally snoring like a.
Yeah, you all awaken and you see not exactly what I described to Eddie Bones a minute ago because that's 8 hours in the future.
Yeah.
But similar. The planet is being the planet is already burning hot. Like there's molten lead running through cracks. Like this, it is insane. The atmosphere is essentially plasma. It's so highly charged with heat energy, and that's like baseline. And then on top of that, the atmosphere is corrosive. And you guys don't have suits, but it also has the invasive property, which means if you had masks with filters, it would be penetrating. So all of that's going on with the atmosphere. There is a native biosphere. It's not amenable to human life. There are like sulfurous plants, essentially.
Smells bad.
And all of that is normal for this planet. But on top of that, it's being repeatedly destroyed and ravaged by this ongoing battle between the 5 most powerful mortals that have ever existed. Throck, Zaylin, Abraxiel, Rod, and Moira simply cannot stop fighting. Mostly because Throck and Zaylin won't stop fighting. They have limitless stores of energy, pretty much all of them. And Throck and Zaylin won't stop attacking.
But we're seeing them fight right now, right?
Yeah, all around you. And at this point in time, you guys are immaterial.
So,
Brother Anakin.
It's like that, but 20 times louder. So much louder than that.
and out of all these people, Throck and Zaylin are the only ones with destiny in them right now?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see any of it with Rod or...
No.
Okay. All right. So I say, okay, let's start the game plan. How are we going to get me onto Throck?
Right. Well, my idea
As we're
was
watching this.
to soothe the savage. I have a particular song that could at least calm him down for at least a minute. To be honest, it's not long, but at least a minute.
Remind me, has that worked on a
That worked on you.
Destiny
Well,
control?
Yeah, but that was before I turned into a Legolet.
Well,
You had another...
Legolet. What's a Legolet?
A Leggett.
Legolet.
You had
Legolas?
another song that
Yes,
broke my...
I also have the one that's perpetually coming off my body is Liberating Song. I created a writ that's a continued thing within my body where Liberating Song will consistently...
I didn't realize that was ongoing forever.
If
You
not,
can turn it on for a scene.
fair. Then it's being turned on for the scene.
Can-
Expending that writ
Well,
while it's on.
don't do it while you're in dream state. It won't do anything. But when you're out, yeah.
Great. Yeah, so Liberating Song is being played. It's that sound of waves / sea shanties coming off.
All right, and how are you going to help too?
I have a number of options. One, I could make you invisible. Two, I can freeze time for everyone except us for
Nice.
up to
I was
2
just
seconds.
going to ask if you
Yeah,
could freeze
yeah,
time
yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
That might be our best bet.
That's fair. I'm going to continue with the Liberating Song, soothing.
I think we should absolutely have redundancies
Yes.
because who knows if they're even
Yeah.
immune.
Because Throck does have infinite power. Hopefully the time stop can stop him for at least a
Few seconds, which is
seconds.
all we need. But we just need to know where he's going to be because they're just popping up all over the place.
I would.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's the hard part because even a few seconds, you need to be close enough to get to him still.
Ooh, what if? I mean, we could double down. Pause him, or I guess, calm him down. Pause time. So if they're invincible to your time stop, they're at least calm. You can pop in right next to them, touch them, and heal them. If they're in their huge ass form, then I guess I can create some tentacles for you to, run on them and jump on them to heal them.
During that minute I saw, past the 8 hours, was any of that time Throck was on the floor?
No, what you saw of him was that he broke up from under the ground and jumped straight at Abraxio. He did, I guess after that he would have landed. He was never knocked down, if that's
Do I know the exact point where he's going to come up from?
Yes.
So I could say, I'll stand right next to that point.
We know where lightning's going to strike.
Yes, and right when he's about to come out, you stop time, and I'll touch him when he's coming out.
There is something happening that was not necessarily something you were aware of in the vision. As you guys are here for this time watching, you're essentially in an extremely loud exploding hell
Yeah.
for 8 hours. Every time you see Rod or Abraxio, you know that they can see you.
Oh, do they stop?
They can see you. They don't have a chance to stop.
Actually, even better. I don't know if they're tied to the laws of gravity or the pressure that keeps us down, but I understand that
Can you speak into minds?
I can
Maybe we just go to that point and we just point and have them. So maybe
Yeah.
they'll get the idea to drive Zaylin and Throck to that one area.
Yeah.
Yeah, So, question for you, actually. How long do you need to heal somebody? Because you cannot heal them while the time is frozen. You get to them and put your hand on them, but the time has to unfreeze before you can do anything.
What I'm trying to say, I can affect the pressures of the moon on this planet, so much so that I can limit the gravity. Another word for gravity. I don't actually know the word gravity. I can limit the effects of gravity, where they will be floating around.
Okay.
In that time, I will summon the tendrils to wrap around it's the god of might, while the liberating song is playing off of me for you to potentially heal them.
Anari will raise a finger. Point of order. I don't know who that is, but that's not a god. That is a multiversal avatar.
Yes, okay.
He will not be held by your tentacle.
See, it's a good thing we brought you along.
He will not be held by anything that holds things.
Including our time stop.
Anything you try to do that depends upon him not being strong enough to break out will fail.
Even the time stop?
I can't imagine him physically breaking time.
Have you ever seen him physically break something that shouldn't be physically breakable? Because if anyone can, maybe.
It should give
time
him
stop, maybe.
It should give him some resistance. How long does the time stop work?
Between I can't say the exact time, between 2 and 5 turns.
Well, strength has to adhere.
That's all I need, actually.
Strength has to adhere to the laws of physics. You can't.
After the time stop.
It's an action, right?
Yeah, my ability
it's one main action.
is.
I think it is.
Remember, he will be unfrozen from time when you are doing it.
I don't think we gave it a casting time.
I'll say it's a main action unless I wrote otherwise earlier. I'm pretty
Essentially,
sure.
what needs to happen is when the time unfreezes, you need to do it before he does whatever he does.
Well, which is where the gravitational pull comes from.
That won't stop him from smashing Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
You will be floating around.
So will Eddie.
Okay.
Exactly. Strength comes from velocity, from the act of forcing your hand into something. If he is tied by gravity, he is the universal force of strength. Yes, the universe still adheres to laws.
Yeah, laws. Laws which he can manipulate with infinite force. Is he in an atmosphere? Can he breathe? Are his lungs infinitely strong? Will he simply blow himself at you?
I'm gonna.
There's no mention up enough.
Okay, so let me pause that for a second.
yeah.
There's no main. It's going to be a main action. However, it is only automatically successful if the creature has fewer levels or hit dice than you. This is Throck.
So we're okay.
You're going to take system strain equal to his levels or hit dice. In order to make this work.
Have you converted that? From D&D over to this?
Well, not 1-to-1.
Okay.
You count for this purpose as level 12. Throck is level 15. So if you can take 15 system strain, then you can do this.
How do I determine my system strain again?
Your Constitution score is your max system strain.
Constitution score. My Constitution score is 12.
You cannot take 15 system strain.
Unless someone would be.
Is it the difference or is it the total levels?
It's a total.
Wait.
Meant to be very taxing if you use it on someone way more powerful.
Yeah.
I believe there was a way for me to enter a state where I don't lose system strain.
While you check that, let me go back to these guys. So yeah, Anari was talking to you like, if your plan is just to get Throck off the ground,
Yeah.
they don't think that's going to work.
Yeah. Imagine two flying objects. If I cast fly, I can't do it now because we're not physical. If I cast fly on both of us right now and we were floating, we could still fight each other.
That's fair, but at least from what I've seen of us in, 0G, there is very little, I don't know,
It would help.
feeling of that. But another idea is calling the writ Nature's Echo, where the action that he took, hopefully it's just walking, will echo itself, so he'll repeat that action. With that simple action for that round will give us enough time for Eddie to walk there without being harmed, because he is in that temporal loop within Nature's Echo. He can go up to him, cast his spell, and let him go the way that he is.
That sounds like a better chance of success.
Yes, but I also have another idea. You can shape shift or make an illusion, right? If I remember from the island, Ermen seem really highly respectful of their women. Can you shape shift into a woman and just distract him a little and say stop?
Yes.
Her woman.
I love that.
While you're doing your magic shenanigans.
What was the name? Galinda or something?
Garanda?
Garanda.
I would like to interject that somebody under the control of destiny isn't exactly out to get laid.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, no, they weren't, but they were just respectful and they listened to.
Yes, absolutely. Tying that with Nature's Echo, if that will at least draw their attention for a little bit, I can then cast Nature's Echo to allow them to repeat that, I guess, I don't know, pausing look or walk towards a Garanda, where it's not a combative thing that they do.
Alternatively, I know I thought going after Throck was the right way, but what Zalen is the god or avatar of chaos, right? If we captured him first and healed him first, would he be able to throw his chaos magic at Throck?
Potentially, I don't really want to mess with chaos. I feel better with a dumb god of strength.
Can you make a writ that can give me infinite system strain for a time?
I don't know if I have that.
The best I
could.
We have
Well,
Inari.
actually, it has to be something, and we've been a little lax on this, but if we're getting into can you XYZ, it has to be something that you can justify as related to elvenness.
Yeah. Elvenness, which I've tied to the moon,
And
nature,
to time.
time.
I believe that you could tie it to vitality.
Yeah, vitality, my stamina. Give me at least for a couple minutes.
And can Inari give us a blessing on our clothing or technology to make it more durable?
Inari can maybe invent a little handy gadget to help you stitch up your shirt when it gets torn. That's what Inari can do right now.
Useless.
Okay, well, in terms of the things that I can be able to do, because I feel like that's going to exhaust my abilities, Alternative Grande allow you to, I guess, have a more vital...
Can I interject before you get carried away? Mechanically, the thing that has to happen is for Eddie to touch Throck and absorb 15 system strain and cure him.
Because right now I can't.
Yeah. All these other things are just things you're trying to do to allow that to happen.
Correct.
So mechanical question: when you go beyond your system strain, you just die?
You simply can't do it.
Right.
You can't go beyond your... So whatever ability you're trying to use that would cause you to take more system strain, that ability fails.
Right, so the three things that I'm planning for. Turning into Grana to distract Throck even for a second. While he's doing that, doing Nature's Echo, and then doing Vital Christening, or I think I might just do Vital Christening right now. Vital Christening is the writ that I just came up with, to allow you to have double your system strain for a round. Or for
For a scene.
For a scene.
a scene.
Yeah.
Fair enough. For a scene.
Okay. Yeah, if you can give me that right now, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Well,
you can do that at the end of the dream.
Yeah.
And so
And what was our plan for surviving the heat? You're covering that
Well,
for a day?
that's another
March without
question.
end. Yeah.
The question is, I immune to otherwise hostile environment that would not kill a normal person in less than a minute. Would being in this planet kill us in less than a minute?
Yeah.
A normal person with the lava and the plasma.
What do you consider a normal person?
Okay. Yes, it would.
I feel like I would do a little better being a little demonish.
It would kill a normal person in less than a minute, but if you were to go to the Renardian and ask for protective gear, that they would easily be able to get you something that can protect you for up to a minute.
Could we say we did that?
Retcon that
Yeah,
a little.
retcon that.
Because we met Mr. Otter and he.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I did actually want to introduce Inari to Dr.
Kawauso.
Kawamuso.
Kawauso.
Wait, spell it?
K-A-W-A.
K-A-W-A.
It's a little.
U-S-O.
U-S. Wow.
Our Uso.
It's a little water dog.
I heard C-A-B-A-M-U-S-O.
Yeah.
Kawamuso.
Kawauso.
Our
All right.
Uso.
Well, we know the plan then, right?
Right.
Yeah. May I ask why the plan is turn into Granda and not the song?
I'm
Liberating
curious for that myself.
That
Well,
was more fun.
Yeah, but
But yeah, liberating song would probably work just as
so
well.
it'll work better. Okay, so I will be.
I love the idea, but he's literally going to look at it and be like,
Yeah.
I am listening to my captain right here.
Hey, I wish we brought Garanda with us.
Well, given, first of all, the name of the woman you actually met was Honda. Granda's dead. A million years. But,
that's why Thorok's so pissed.
yeah, well, one
course.
reason. Thorok's really pissed because he's dead. But, so that, then the other thing is, the information that you have is that Thorok is being controlled right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough. The
Yeah.
liberating. Oh, sorry. Vital cushioning first. Liberating song when I see him. Nature's echo to repeat that to allow us a scene for him, for Eddie to go up to him and kill him.
Cool.
If that goes awry, maybe a time stop or some shenanigans like that.
I'll keep Inari safe, and I'll be back up. Last thing we should discuss before we move on. We still have
Zaylin.
Zaylin floating around. I'm hoping to communicate to Abe somehow. Can you do that? To keep him busy for a little bit?
Sure. I have a spell, not a writ, a spell.
I thought you could just talk to him. Weren't you guys like homies?
That's true. Enough. Sorry, I haven't done that in a while. Hey, Abe, you good?
We're literally watching them fighting.
Right.
what are you fucking doing?
So sorry. Sorry to distract you. Just chatting up with you.
We got like 6 more hours before you can do anything.
All right. We are walking and talking then. All right.
You're walking. I've been in 18 sides of the planet since we started this exchange.
Yes. We need you to draw. And I send a mental link to where the exact area is. Wait, I wasn't there. I didn't see the vision.
It's all right. I know where to go.
I tell you.
Smartest being in the universe.
Yes.
Literally just do what you're gonna do, and you'll end up there. Yeah.
Do what you need to do. Take us there. We're going to meet you there. We're going to deal with Thorok, if you can believe it or not. I need you to distract Zaylin as much as possible.
Wait, why Thorok? Why not Zaylin?
Do not want to mess with chaos.
Yeah, no.
Alan doesn't want to play 2 characters. Got it.
No. It's just I think Brock would be better to get first because he can
Hold down Zaylin.
hold Zaylin. He
That's
can
true.
hold
Also, Thorok, out of the 3 of them, is probably the most likely to be affected by time spells.
Yeah. That dude's dumb.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do
Love
it.
you, Joshua.
Okay. Time runs out. The 8 hours runs out. You guys come into physical being.
Are we wearing big
on
marshmallow
The
suits?
planet Malek, big marshmallow suit. Now they're thin. It's high tech. Yeah. Did you bring Sal and Grace with you?
We have to.
Yeah.
You kind of have. Well, you can
Yeah.
leave them on.
Well, then I have to go back and get them.
Yeah, you would.
We're taking them with us.
Okay, take them with you. They're
Yeah,
here too.
we don't have. We can't actually go back. We don't have the cat spell anymore.
But you can go to Archonia.
Yeah.
No, like if we left.
They wouldn't be able to go back to Archonia.
I thought we asked them for a magical artifact as well,
You have-
like a substitute.
You guys
one.
are loaded with magical
Oh,
artifacts from
yeah.
Archonia.
Yeah, no, I mean from
Alright,
the
great.
planet. I still have Muso's tablet.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, even if you can't go back to Jakish Renardi, you can
Yeah.
still leave here and go to Archonia.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying if we left them back at Jakish, we couldn't go back and get them.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, with a ship you could.
Well, yeah, sure. All right, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, they're
You
here.
guys, you come into being on the planet. It's hot as hell.
I'm gonna immediately cast. I know what we're doing. Invocation of the Invincible Citadel around me and the other non-combatants.
Okay,
So we are safe.
invulnerable.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cast.
You think?
Yes. Well, actually, no. Go ahead. Continue. And then we'll,
Yeah. So it comes into effect. You guys are at the predetermined place. Abraxio comes out of the ground just like Eddie saw before. It's a little different this time because this time when he comes out of the ground, one of his eyeballs turns and looks over at you guys. And other than that, it's exactly the same. And then you see Zaylin come out and he catches the spell and throws it back. And then Throck comes out of the ground. This is your moment.
Yeah, stop him.
Okay, so
It's you guys.
as I see him there,
I do cast invisibility.
I have already
Yeah.
cast Vital Christening to double your the amount of system strain that you can take for this specific scene.
Yeah.
So it's double your level it. So I am down.
By the way, invisibility is enough for all of us.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
might
do.
as well, yeah.
Yeah. Might as
I'm
well.
gonna activate Liberating Song as musical notes to amplify off my body the sound of cascading waves and sea shanties echoing around us in this space. Anybody infected with this mind control effect is immune to these mind or emotional control effects. Grant an ally in sight a mental saving throw to shrug off this effect.
Okay. When you activate this thing, Zaylin and Throck immediately pass their saves.
Oh shit!
Well, Zaylin immediately. Throck could take a second, the mental save. But Zaylin stops for a second. Throck is flying through the air already.
Yeah.
And then when this song hits him and he goes, and then he bounces off of one of Abraxio's shields and falls to the ground.
In that moment of his confusion, I am gonna do Nature's Echo as I think in my head. Please distract
Wait, you can do
Zaylin right
two
now.
wits?
I have 3 writs.
Yeah.
Wait.
One of my writs is specific.
Yeah, you did
to,
Nature's Echo.
bearer of
Wait.
the name.
But maybe you don't have to because right now he's on the floor. Just hold him for a second.
Exactly. I'm gonna do Nature's Echo to that moment of him falling
Hitting the floor, yeah.
is going to be repeating itself. So it's gonna be like an echo that's happening. So he's going to be repeating that moment for a round.
So you have time to get to it.
Yeah. So yeah, run up, and as he's hitting the ground, I'm gonna grab him. And my hands are gonna reach down inside his body, and I'm gonna try to find the core.
When you reach into Throck, it is like pushing through a planet. A burning, angry planet. Your hands go in this thing. There is nothing but like this slippery, pulsating, burning force. And you're shoving through it, and you know the only reason you can force your hands through this substance of his body is because of this bizarre ability that you've gained as a legate. And you see, he turns one eye towards you. Anyone seen Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Yes.
That moment when Superman is fighting all of them, and
Yeah.
he's taking all of them, and then the Flash, we enter Flash time, and he comes around, and Flash is like, I'm faster than everybody, and then you see Superman's eye turn and look at him. That happens with Throck. Even though he's in this repeating time loop, his eye is strong enough to break out.
Oh my
And he
God.
turns and looks at you, and you see him getting mad because he doesn't know what the fuck you're doing. And you reach into him. His mind is temporarily freed by the magic, by the song, But you reach into him and you can feel, when you did it to Asarius, you felt this ball of like wrongness inside him. That was the curse. This is different. This is something that is like tendrils throughout his whole body. Throck was born with this and has lived and been dead with it for a long time. And you grab it and it winds around your hands like you're getting tangled up in this unbreakable threads, but you're able to like pull and it starts to snap out of his body, like pulling a thick, like rooty weed out of the ground. You're like, and it comes out and it snaps like one root at a time out of Throck's body, exactly. And when you yank it out, all of a sudden,
It's like venom.
Throck is no longer under the control of Destiny. And you see, your time loop is still going. And Throck just goes, wham, on the ground and knocks himself out of the time loop.
I'm guessing
rolls
that's just
away.
causing me to bleed.
Yeah, you get a bloody nose. And he gets up, and like that space where he was is still time looping, but he's out of it. And he gets up and he goes, and he turns and looks at Zaylen, who I imagine is like, no. He's free for the moment.
And we're like, please hold him.
It's like, hold him.
Hold him. All right. Zaylen is level 13. You only doubled his ability, so that you were at 12, right?
Yeah.
So that made it 24. You absorb 15. You don't have enough left to cure Zaylen by yourself. But
Can
Now
I
that
somehow add or Throck add?
well, what do you got?
Well, I have 10 Constitution, so and well, March Without End is, well, I could lose accumulated system strain normally at morning as if I was well rested. There's some way I could just help Eddie in just energizing him, or with my March Without End writ, just give him just a little extra boost, even if it comes at my expense.
Eddie rolled biopsionics plus Constitution.
Okay.
If you pass this roll, you can pass some of your system strain to Sally, and you can tell me how much.
Biopsionics plus
Yeah.
what?
Constitution.
So I got 5, 6, 7. I got 4 in bio. 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 1. So 12.
12. You pass it. So how much strain do you take, and how much do you pass to Sally? Because it's going to be a total of 13 that you need to absorb.
Well, it's going to be the rest of my...
Yeah, so you were at 24, and so that brought you down to 9 when you healed Rock. So you can take 9 more.
Yeah, I'm going to take at least 9 more.
Yeah, and then you're done, and then the rest goes to Sally. So 4 go to Sally.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
Zaylen is cured. And for a second, it's still extremely loud here because there's like volcanoes going off and earthquakes just all the time.
Yeah.
But the fighting has stopped. And after the 8 hours you've just spent here, this feels like silence. Even though it's burning.
Yeah,
chaos.
I'm on my knees.
Was the thing inside Zaylen similar to the thing inside Throck?
It was similar, but it was actually easier to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Zaylen he's just a whole different creature.
How much time did your thing give us again?
24 hours,
Yeah.
so we need 8 hours at least of
Okay.
those.
Yeah.
All right.
And I just yell out, once I pull that out of Zaylen, I just yell out to everyone else. It's like, they're free. Destiny doesn't have control of them.
Oh, thank the gods.
Oh,
And you guys see Abraxio, Rod, and Moira sort of float down to the middle of this area where Throck and Zaylen are already standing with you guys.
I'm just gonna lay down here.
I say,
Oh my gods.
and I say, that's what I'm talking about.
I could use a drink or 2 or 3.
And
As I'm like
Rod,
holding myself up.
Rod turns to Throck and says, You broke our headquarters. Sorry, I forgot. Break the bad guys, not the stuff. And Abraxio waves his staff in a circle in the air, and a dome comes down over everyone. And you are now protected from this environment.
I just say, it's not your fault, Rock. It's destiny.
Is this dome bigger than my dome?
Thank you, Abe.
And I just say, we did it. We were able to save the council.
Oh God.
It took us a while. Sorry, Brox.
You don't know how long it took us to get here.
And everyone turns and looks at Asarius.
Yeah,
And Rod goes, "Oh, you have arms again.
I always had arms. They're just
Have your own arms again.
yes.
Thank you for that. I guess we should all have a talk, and that's where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah.
I want everyone. I think you probably didn't check the Discord. I gave everyone a Leggett XP for last week when you freed Inari. You get another one tonight for freeing 2 council members.
Okay.
Matt, you get an extra one because you, as Alan did recently, accomplished your campaign length goal of getting your original body back. So you now have a total of 6 that you've earned. Everyone else is, well, Alan also has 6 that he's earned. You 2 have 5.
I haven't even spent my first 3 yet.
Yeah.
So that I've spent 3 already, so this gives me 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not going to affect it, but laying down, I just say, oh, and also that's Nari.
So I have.
Yeah, they know him. You got 2 just now and 1 from last week, so you still have 3
All 3.
unspent.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And you have 2 unspent.
Oh,
So that's it for tonight, everyone. We'll see you Monday for Easy D6. We're playing vanilla core book Easy D6 on Monday, and back here for episode 55.
we might be going back to Archonia next week.
We might be.
Oh my God, about time. Let's fucking go, dragons.
Woo!
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.